I rank where the view is nothing less than phenomenal. For how I express and project from my abdominal. The only view better, both my daddy and my mama know. No living parents, my sons give me balance. My wife is my serenity, this mic is my identity. The world is foul enough, that's why I write without obscenities. Provoking danger with broken language and spoken anguish. Begging to get hurt, why would you ask to go through changes? Yes, Lord, life's a chessboard, master the angles. Control the tempo, be the one who holds the info. Acknowledge is just as deadly as machete swings. When spoken, the truth is as potent as that Medellin. While others swear the style is free, I just let it ring. Our time is undervalued, soldiers make us better kings. My fam's on my shoulder, reaching after better things. Today I take the shot, for them I'd rather set the screen.
My mama told me follow my dreams. My daddy told me get it by any means. Stand tall, make him bow to a king. But I've evolved, you can see the resolve. Look in my eyes when you speaking to God.
Life and for those who we caught up in using what I was scarred with the muse. I guess they call it proving I'm more than an artist. Penciling out my darkest while sizzling out a harvest. And storing what gets me from A to B, just like garages. Instrumental with collages. Envision what I've been drawing. Broadway to give you rhythm like the great Lena Horne. So bent on, found comfort in the storm. Find peace and on when you see them others perform. Organized chaos. Okay.
Hate on nobody who does not play a small forward position.
Yo, welcome to the Knicks at Night podcast. I'm your man. I'm your man, Uncle Freezy. I will soon be joined by your host, Hoodie Kev, who is joining live via telephone at the moment. Hoodie Kev, what's good? Yeah, I put you on speaker, man, just so I could do two things at once.
I don't know if you can hear me or not.
Yeah. Hey, everybody. Hey, hold on for a second, Kev. Let me do the intro for the show. Peace, my Knicks family. What is good? What's good? I'm super excited tonight because our Knicks knocked off the Charlotte Hornets in overtime. In a game where Emmanuel quickly showed he is just as valuable of a rookie to the Knicks that LaMelo Ball is to the Charlotte Hornets. I know. Y'all gonna be like, oh, that's cap, Uncle Freezy. It's all about perspective and relativity. Because Emmanuel quickly is very important to this New York Knicks team, just like LaMelo Ball is very important to that team that we beat today, right? I see all my people in the chat. I know y'all are hype and excited, and so am I, right? So it looks as if the trip to Atlanta is back on. I'm excited. So I got some swag that I'm designing for Black University and Knicks Man, right? While I'm working on some swag, I'm trying to put together for myself and for Hoodie Kev to rock in the ATL, right? So Black University, Knicks Man, y'all just be patient with me. I'm trying. I think I may change vendors and or work on some stuff in order to get that swag sent out a little bit faster, right? Right, but I will deliver like promised. All you have to do is ask around. When I tell you I'm gonna do something, I'm gonna do it. Just ask those contest winners that have been hanging out with us and that have received swag from Blorange Tears. Happy Knicks fans and the customers, right? Y'all excited tonight about us being the fourth seed in the NBA playoffs in the Eastern Conference? If you're excited about being the fourth seed in the Eastern Conference, throw some fire in the chat. Let me see some fire in the chat. Also, I spoke to the co-host City for Real. He sounds like a dinosaur that swallowed a porcupine. He won't be here tonight. Trust. He is not going to be here tonight because he sounds terrible. But he's feeling better. But he was like that situation where Hoodie Kev had a vocal injury or whatever it was that he had. You know what I'm saying? But he felt better. He sounds worse than Hoodie Kev. Oh, my goodness. Yo, Simba Singh. You said 42 wins, Freezy. We getting 41 for sure. Simba Singh, thank you for the... Man, Simba Singh. Thank you for the super chat. Simba Singh, man. Hey, on the real, I got to get you and Bodega Wi-Fi's contact info because I got some stuff something that I want to send to you. So trust, swag soon come. I got Hoodie Kev on the telephone, right? Because he is interested in getting midnight gas for some reason. He gets S&Gs out of getting gas in the middle of the night, right? Oh God, he's on so he's on the line via telephone, and he likes getting gas in the middle of the night. It's a strange concept to my mind.
It's extraordinarily absurd.
So Hoodie Kev said he'll be walking back in the building. He said he'll be on the show at 12:52 a.m. on the dot in the video chat or something like that. He said, or 12:48 or something like that. He said, I can't remember. I can't keep up with Hoodie Kev. Hoodie Kev is a freak of nature. Hoodie Kev is a freak of nature. The only person I know with guts made out of vibranium. Hoodie Kev puts coleslaw on hot dogs, ladies and gentlemen. What kind of concept is that?
That's a thing. People do that.
I did not forget about the Knicks at Night podcast roll call. So if you're excited about the Knicks at Night podcast roll call, or like that country dude, Hoodie Kev will say the Knicks at Night. He never say the Knicks at Night podcast. He always say, I'm the host of the Knicks at Night. Yeah. So yeah. So if you're excited about the Knicks at Night podcast, put some fire in the chat so we can get this roll call going. If you want to hear your name shouted out in the universe, put some fire in the chat. And if you see a like button, you beat it to death. If you see a like button, you beat it up. Hulk smash. So that we can get the roll call going. I see a bunch of people in here in the chat, man. I'm glad y'all here with us. I'm excited. The Knicks have won 40 games. What? In previous years, it would take the Knicks 2 years to win 40 games. The Knicks have won 40 games this season. Are you kidding me? Are you kidding me? Are you kidding me right now? The Milwaukee Bucks beat the Miami Heat. I'm excited about that. And I ain't gonna lie to you. It's a bunch of stuff I want to talk to everybody about. But the one thing I want to talk about is how much I hate the Miami Heat. I hate the Miami Heat like I hate having a rock in my shoe.
That's all I hate.
You ever had a rock in your shoe, ladies and gentlemen? You walking somewhere and you just got a pebble in your shoe, and you're like, God dog it. God dog it. I have a rock in my shoe. Right? I hate the Miami Heat as much as I like sitting on a warm toilet seat. Ew! Ew! That's disgusting. Yes, that's how much I hate the Miami Heat. Right? That's how much I hate the Miami Heat. I hate the Miami Heat. I hate the Miami Heat worse then I hate that itch in the middle of your back that you can't reach with your hands, that you can't scratch on your own. You got to go to something, a scratch post, like a doorway jam or something, and scratch and get to the itch that's in your back. Right? That's how much I hate the Miami Heat. Right? I hate the Miami Heat more than I hate going to the doctor and the nurse telling, hey, something's wrong. Let me go check something real quick. And they're gone like 30 minutes. That's how much I hate the Miami Heat, ladies and gentlemen. Exactly. That's how much I hate the Miami Heat. Hoodie Kev just blurted out the strangest thing I ever heard him say in the middle of the night. Hoodie Kev just told me that he is driving in reverse. What does that have to do with anything?
Somebody would want to come up behind me. It was the middle of the damn night. What are you doing, man?
Yo, somebody. So Hoodie Kev is on my cell phone, blowing it up with complaints. Right? I hate the Miami Heat. And man, listen. I hate the Miami Heat more than I hate that person in the gas station that's buying lottery tickets in front of you and just decide to scratch their tickets off, and it's 6 people in line. Like, hey, Buster, you can't do your scratch offs over there by the sodas and then come back instead of holding up the line. That's how much I hate the Miami Heat. Right? I hate the Miami Heat. So to see them lose to the Milwaukee Bucks was almost as impressive to me as seeing us beat the Miami Heat. Nothing tickles my fancy more than seeing my New York Knicks beat the Miami Heat. Part of it has to do with me having family in Miami. Tell you a story real quick, just real quick. Just Hoodie Kev is blowing up my cell phone right now, ladies and gentlemen. I think he's mad at somebody because he can't buy cinnamon donut. Whatever kind of donut? What cinnamon rolls, honey buns? What is that? What is that joint? What is that joint that they have in the case? And it looks like a honey bun or whatever. It's got all the sugar icing on top. I can't buy them. I can't eat them. I'm diabetic, so I can't eat them. So I don't even look at them. Right. But Hoodie Kev is frustrated about something right now, and I'm sure he's going to share it with us when he gets here.
I was also upset about Pat Riley leaving us to go to I don't think they were on nemesis then.
Hoodie Kev just asked me if I'm frustrated by the fact that Pat Riley left the Knicks to go be the team president of the Miami Heat. No, because at that time they were nobody. At that time, they were an expansion team trying to find their way, and they used to always come to the Garden and get the bejesus stomped out of them. Pat Ewing used to dunk on this kid, Ronnie Cycli, all game long. So back then, that didn't bother me, right? But I got family in Miami that when they come up to visit, it's always in June, and it always seemed like the Heat were playing somebody for the NBA Finals. In the NBA Finals, it just seemed like that every year. Right? And I could not be a CO. I could not be a conscientious observer because the level of obnoxiousness is crazy. Right? So yeah. So Kev said the Heat have bandwagon fans, and I'm almost with him there. But here's the thing. Imagine if you're a Miami sports fan, right? And y'all are like, Miami sports fan? That don't even make sense. Yeah, there was a time when the Miami Hurricanes football, college football, was dominant. And they used to come here and be like, the Gamecocks are trash. And I'm like, yeah, I know. I'm going to get to this roll call real quick, but I just want to finish this thing. I just want to finish my hate fest for the Miami Heat. Right? Just real quick, y'all. Just bear with me. Y'all show me some love. Y'all help me get through this hatred of the Miami Heat. I know y'all hear me. And I know y'all know this passion in my voice is not drummed up Knicks for clicks. This is real. If you're a Knicks fan and you're bipartisan to the Miami Heat, who are you? Do. Who are you? Do. If you're a New York Knicks fan and you don't care, City for real, get out of the chat and go lay down, bro. Because I talked to you earlier and you sounded terrible.
There's a certain panelist who comes frequently on our show who says he feels no way about the Miami Heat. He'll remain nameless right now.
Hey, Kev, say that one more time.
I said there's a certain panelist who comes on your show frequently who says he feels no way about the Miami Heat.
Did y'all hear Hoodie Kev? Did y'all hear Hoodie Kev just now? I want to get to this roll call. But I want to finish up this joint.
Hey, Sheik,
Right.
I'm coming.
Right? I want to get to this roll call. I want to do the shout out. I want to get to this roll call, though. I want to get to this roll call, but I want to finish up this Miami Heat thing. There is nothing like having 20, 25, 30 of your wife's family standing in your living room wearing orange and white or orange and black or whatever the Heat wear. City, go get in the bed, bro. Get out of the chat. City. You bugging, City. Right?
Go down and pull on the sheets.
Okay, Kev.
I got your gas. It's a very well lit place.
Kev, you distracted me from doing the show. I got people live and you talking about Putin in your car. Chill out, bro.
Legit just said I'm pulling up the sheets.
I thought you said you Putin. Okay, never mind. So listen. There is nothing like having 25 or 30 of your wife's family in your living room talking about how good the Miami Heat are when you're a Knicks fan. Y'all come invade the house, and I love y'all too. Miami, I love y'all. I love my Miami family, right? I love my Miami family, my family, my in-laws. I love them. But listen, not here, bro. And I told y'all, and y'all do y'all Miami chants anyway. And listen, Mom Dukes, I love your cooking. Right? But listen, I'm not a Heat fan. I hate the Heat, and I'm glad they were blown out by the Bucks. And now they're the 6th seed, and they look as if they're going to play the Bucks in the first round. So nothing is going to give me more joy than to watch the Milwaukee Bucks beat the Heat.
They do have to get revenge on them.
All right. So Hoodie Kev, I'm going to ask the chat one more time to show some love for the show. Smash the like button. Subscribe to the channel. Put some fire in the chat. Throw some thumbs up in the chat so I can do the roll call. Right? I need to see some fire in the chat. I need to see some thumbs up in the chat. If you see a like button, beat it up. Subscribe to the channel. Right? And we are going to do the Knicks at Night podcast roll call.
I know this is random, but when I tell you the line of the Waffle House is out the door.
Kev, Hoodie Kev, let me call you back so I can pay attention to the chat.
You don't hear about Waffle House?
No, I will talk to you in 8 minutes.
All right.
Goodbye. All right, chat. That was Hoodie Kev distracting me. Now you have my undivided attention. I see all this love and fire in the chat. I see all this love and fire in the chat. I see all this love and fire in the chat. And I'm about to do Kane Jerry. What's good? Chris Chang, my brother from another mother. What's good, my guy? Chris Chang. I don't know which Chris Chang this one is because I legit know 14 of them and deal with 3 Chris Changs on a daily basis and 4 Chris Changs if you count this one here. Chris Chang is the most common name Chris Chang is the most common name I've ever seen in my life. Almost as common as Charles Jones. Pierre Marseille was good. Yo, Elvis Hoops was good. Julian Blum was good. Lynette Sirs. Rodolfo Irizarry was good. Project Nerd HQ was in the building. I heard y'all had a great show today, bro. I'm sorry, man. Saturdays are like mocha day. Cause I listen, man. Saturdays are mocha day, and I try to sneak out and do other stuff on Saturdays. But bro, happy wife, happy life. Knickerbocker for life. 122. What's good? What's good? That Beck is in the building. Which Beck? That Beck. What's good? Simmer Singh is in the building. And in case y'all didn't know, Singh means lion. What's good? I appreciate Simmer Singh, Bodega Wi-Fi, and others for watching the gates and allows the sweet prince, Uncle Freezy, to do the show. I appreciate the soldiers on the front line. You know what I'm saying? You got to appreciate your soldiers on the front line and have your back. You know what I mean? Todd Barbie, the mayor, what's good? Eli M is in the building. What's good? G Money, what's good? What is good? Jay Boogie, my guy's in the building. Ed Jr., what's good? What is good? John Smith, another common name. John Smith and Chris Chang. What's good? I see y'all. Ivy 280, what is good? Primo is in the building. What's good? Primo, what are you talking about? Primo says, hey, Uncle, stop big time and me. Been trying to send you something for days. How do I contact you? Or you hit me up? First of all, I don't big time nobody, man. Get it out of here, Primo. You bugging. Primo bugging. Primo bugging, man. Everybody know how to hit up Uncle Freezy. I say it on every show, bro. DM me on Twitter. DM me on Twitter, bro. What's happening? That's easy. Julian Blum, what's good? What is good? Hector, there he goes snitching. There he goes snitching. Project Nerd HQ says saves gas when driving in reverse. Okay. I got you. City for Real says, yo, the link. No, you're not coming on here, bro. Go get in the bed. I already told you that earlier when we was up. See, now you got me snitching. Dog, you know I don't talk about telephone conversations on the joint. You know I keep telephone conversations between me and anybody else completely dark. Right? Completely dark. Right? I don't do that. Top Notch T, what's good? What's good, Top Notch T? What's good? Wapo all the time. Where it at, yo? Wapo, where it at? Wapo, where it at? Where it at, yo? What's good? John Weber is in the building. How We Move Knicks TV is in the building. God of Knicks podcast. What is good? What's good? What's good? Ivy 280. Dat Beck, I see you. Thugger's in the building. What's good? What is good? Ansan 40 was good. Casey Smooth is back. Doom to doom. Doom to doom. Casey Smooth is in the building. Casey Smooth is in the building. Yo, Elvis Hoops, I see you. I see you. Michael Hansen was good. So Primo said he just messaged me. Okay. All right. I got you, bro. I got you. 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 All right. Jay Giant was good. Agent Super Argo was good. Ed Jr. was good. Right? So here's the thing. Right? Here's the thing. Here's the thing I want to touch on today. So RJ didn't have his best game, so what? Derrick Rose didn't finish the game, so what? Miles Bridges, a dude we could have drafted in the 2018 NBA draft over Kevin Knox, scored 30 on us in his first game back, so what? He looked unstoppable. The game of life was good. What is good? Julius Randle went for 33 in a triple-double, so what? It's what he do. It's what he does. Is what he does. What's good is what he does. Right? Be civilized. What's good? What's good? What's good? So we won. We could have put this team away and we didn't. It don't matter. You know why? Because all of that stuff is over and we're the 4th seed in the East. Right? We're the 4th seed in the East. That's all that matter right now, right? That's all that matter. Sergeant Knicks fan, G-Man for life was good. Was good. A lot of things played out. And what I don't want to do a season review. You know what I'm saying? I don't want to do a season review until the season is over. Right? I don't want to do a season review until the season is over. Yo, Cindy Nevins, what's good? What is good? Drip Moore is in the building. Yo, I've been telling y'all. So I got so many things on my mind, man. I'm almost like that kid with ADD, right? Got a lot of things on my mind, a lot of things I want to cover, a lot of things I want to talk about. A lot of Knicks related stuff, but a lot of NBA related stuff too, right? A lot of Knicks related stuff also, right? Yo, so for one, we have the Boston Celtics tomorrow. The Charlotte, who are they? Hornets, Pelicans, Bobcats, Charlotte Knights, Hornets. I don't care. I don't respect them. So what? That is Uncle Freezy, the obnoxious Knicks fan. I don't respect these teams, right? I don't respect these teams, right? I don't respect these teams, man. You know who I respect? The Knicks. Because I respect the Knicks. Because for a long time, nobody respected us. Nobody respected the Knicks. The Knicks were the place where your superstar comes to push a rookie like Frank Ntilikina around in the Garden. I don't respect these other teams. Don't get me trying to respect Cleveland when these teams came in here and did the bottle flip challenge on our floor in a blowout. They beaten us by 27. They so bored. They doing the bottle flip challenge. Now you want me to respect you? Nah, it don't work like that. Ain't no fun when the rabbit got the gun. You hear me? NBA fans? Don't ask me to respect the Golden State Warriors, even though they multiple time champions. When y'all come to our floor and Steph Curry hits 2 threes back to back and do that stupid flying thing like he's Superman, I don't respect that. Golden State ain't no fun when the rabbit got the gun. Look like we got a better record than y'all Golden State Warriors. How do you like that, Golden State Warriors? Don't ask me to respect these Portland Trailblazers, these Atlanta Hawks, these Miami Heats, these Washington Wizards. Don't ask me to respect these teams. I don't. Because when we were down, they were putting their foots on our throat. And now that we're up, they're asking us for mercy. No. Because we here. This Knicks team started at the bottom. We started at the bottom, bro. I remember the Emmanuel Mudiay years, the Mario Hezonjas. I remember having a stupid coach that was like, yeah, I give DMPs to everybody. We rotating DMPs. We should have DMP'd your ass. We should have DMP'd him. And we did eventually. He's still getting paid. He's still getting paid, though. Keyshawn, what's good? What's good, Keyshawn? What's happening? What's good? All Future Gaming. What's good? Salute to everybody in the chat. Yes, I'm on one tonight, and I'm on one because I'm taking advantage of this moment. Right? I'm taking advantage of this moment because for years, we were at the bottom and people disrespected us. And not nationally, but locally. Locally, people would say stuff like, yeah, Jimmy Dolan Band is more important than the Knicks. Anthony 212, what's good? What's good? Not nationally. Not the big giants were disrespecting us, but hometown was disrespecting us too. The Michael K show, whole bunch of stuff. They talking about Jimmy Dolan Band, and nobody call him Jimmy Dolan. Y'all calling him Jimmy Dolan to be disrespectful? Y'all think that's funny? That ain't funny. That ain't funny. Y'all don't talk about Mickey Arison like that. You know what I'm saying? Y'all don't talk about the owners of other. Who owns the Brooklyn Nets? They don't even know who owns the Brooklyn Nets. They don't even know. They don't even know the owner's name, but they choose to be greasy with us because they because picking on James Dolan. James Dolan is an easy target. James Dolan is an easy target, so they pick on James Dolan. Right? There's a bunch of people saying before this season, 80% of the universe was like, why are they hiring Tom Thibodeau? It must be a favor to Leon Rose. They need to hire Kenny Atkinson or Mark Jackson. And then I asked y'all, what has Mark Jackson done in the NBA? Right? I asked you, what did Mark Jackson do in the NBA to merit him taking over the head coaching job of the richest organization in the NBA? What has Mark Jackson done? And people are like, well, he put together the Splash Brothers. No, he didn't. The Golden State Warriors front office drafted Steph Curry, Klay Thompson, Draymond Green, and a whole bunch of draft busts. A whole bunch of draft busts that y'all can't remember because they hit gold and Klay Thompson and Steph Curry. The Golden State Warriors organization drafted a bunch of draft busts, man. A bunch of them, like 7 or 8 draft busts. But they struck gold in Steph Curry and Klay Thompson. And we want to anoint the Golden State Warriors as a great organization. ETA Dolan was good. Heavy Reese is in the building. Y'all show some love for Heavy Reese. Y'all show some love for Heavy Reese. What's good, Heavy Reese, holding it down for us on Twitter? What's good? When the rumors were going around that Tom Thibodeau was gonna be the guy, 80% of Knicks Nation was like, "Who? He run players in the ground. Who? He ain't never won a championship. We gotta hire Kenny Atkinson." Well, where's Kenny? Since Kenny Atkinson was such a hot commodity, where is he at right now? Where's Mark Jackson at right now? How about show some love for the progress that this team made, right? Yo, Project Nerd says, remember Anthony Randolph? Yes, I remember Anthony Randolph. Cats like that. Draft bust. You know what I mean? Kenny Atkinson. Kenny freaking Atkinson is one of the names that people wanted to be the head coach. And here we are today, or tonight, or this morning, or however you want to reference it. G Money would want you to say this morning. G Money would want you to say this morning, right? Hey, shout out to G Money. Right? But there are so many coaching names out there. 80% of the Knicks fans were like, we don't want Tom Thibodeau. He gonna ruin the kids. Hey, man, our kids look fine. Emmanuel Quickly looks fine. Obi Toppin looks fine. RJ Barrett looks fine. Right? Frank looks fine. They aren't ruined. Nobody's out for what young kid is out for the season with a season-ending injury? Somebody name it. Somebody name it. Somebody tell me what kid is out right now with a career-ending injury or a season-ending injury. Somebody let me know. Nick DeWitt was good. Somebody let me know. Somebody let me know. Right? Somebody let me know something. Holla at your boy. Holla at your boy. Somebody let me know something. If one of our young guys is hurt and out for the season, somebody let me know. I know y'all gonna say Mitchell Robinson. I know the Mitchell. I know Mitchell Robinson is out for the year. I know that. Brooklyn Belly was good. Somebody show some love for Brooklyn Belly. Right? So what I'm getting at is this. This season is special. Right? This season is special. The Gritty Committee has come through. The Big 15, we here. The Gritty Committee is here. We here. Right? The Gritty Committee is here. The Big 15, we here. Right? And I know some names have come and gone this season. Terrence Ferguson's, Ignas Bresdakis, the big dude we got in the Philly trade, Michael Kidd Gilchrist, Scal BCA. A whole bunch of people have come and gone, right? But we here. Oh, my goodness. Look who graced us with a presence.
Hello, everyone in Knicks universe. How are we this morning?
Yo, let me give Kev a few minutes and then I'm going to throw the link in the chat. I'm gonna give Hoodie Kev a few minutes to tell us how his trip went to a gas station in the middle of the night.
I won. Did more than that. What happened?
You won? You did lottery tickets?
I did not do lottery. I don't play. I do not have the money to throw away for lottery tickets.
Okay.
I wish I bought drinking vitamin water like Uncle Freezy. I gotta have regular, Kool-Aid packets. Anywho, so what happened is I got off work, came all the way home, took out my laptop, and realized that I left my laptop charger at work in my office.
Okay.
So I had to go all the way back. And I was like, ooh, North Carolina is in the worst state of the gas shortage that we are facing in the southeastern United States. And the lines in the daytime are like ridiculous. They'd be like down the street, out the parking lot. People waiting for hours or whatever, waiting on gas. So the best time to get gas here in the Great Head, because I'm in the Triangle area around the capital, Raleigh. The best time to get gas is late at night. So I passed the Sheets. I was like, ooh, there's like no lines. Let me whoop over here. I need some gas anyway. Here I am.
Okay.
And that is my story.
And you're sticking to it.
Yep. But what have we been discussing so far?
Hoodie Kev getting gas in the middle of the night.
Oh, also there was a Waffle House right next to the Sheets, and it was packed.
God. Oh my God.
I mean, when I say packed.
Oh my God. Are we really gonna do? So you mentioned the Waffle House story, and on the telephone, and I was dodging that narrative because I hope you wouldn't mention it. But here we are. Bro, are you eating cereal in the middle of the night?
Yeah.
Your insides must be made out of vibranium, bro. Your insides legit must be made out of. Okay. Bro, when you give out your telephone number to people that watch the show, they like to give you show suggestions on the spot. Like people give you show suggestions on the spot. Yo, let me introduce Hoodie Kev. Put me in a live chat so I can introduce Hoodie Kev. No, we don't operate like that. We don't do stuff like that in the moment. If you want to do something, if you want to introduce Hoodie Kev, I'm gonna talk to Hoodie Kev about it before the show. If Hoodie Kev is all right with it, then we'll do it. But we don't do that. We try to keep some.
I feel honored that people want to introduce me, though. Thank you.
Yeah, look.
It's a great honor. Even though I compare myself to Roger Maris. To you and everyone in the Knicks family watching us at 1 a.m. this Saturday night. Well, y'all can be in the club getting your party on.
Right.
But y'all here watching us.
Right.
And I appreciate that.
Watching Hoodie Kev eat some sugary cereal in the middle of the night.
This is definitely kid tested and mother approved.
Oh, it is this. It is this. This.
It is
Knox.
not Knox. It is
Okay. Daryl Pemberton is in the building. Y'all show some love for Daryl Pemberton. What's good? So I want to talk Knicks, man. I don't feel like sitting here listening to you eat cereal, bro. I don't want to do that. I don't want to do that. As a matter of fact, I would do this, but every time I do that, Hoodie Kev gets emotional. Every time I do this, Hoodie Kev gets emotional. Why are you taking me off the screen? People want to see me. No, Kev, they want to talk Knicks, man. We want to talk Knicks.
I'm not like CP the artist. Well, I'm just Mega Diva.
Oh, wait a minute.
Who needs my own
ISO cam?
My own trailer, my own dressing room, just for my flowers.
Okay.
I'm just saying. You think he would be so gracious enough to let us stay in his mansion?
I don't know.
Because you know he has like a Clampett style mansion in Beverly.
I don't care. I just want to talk Knicks, bro. Are you crunching up? Hey, man, we'll come back to Hoodie Kev in a minute. I love the Knicks, bro, and I don't care nothing about no kids tested, mother approved. I don't care nothing about no Huddle House. I don't care about no Sheetz gas station. I don't care about no Rose in North Carolina, right? All I care about is the Knicks, right? And I know that rub people the wrong way, and I don't care, right? I don't care nothing about none of that stuff, right? I'm just saying. Now I know Hoodie Kev gonna be, you know what I'm saying, gonna get all crusty, turn into Posh Kev right before our eyes. But I want to talk Knicks. If you in the chat and you want to talk some Knicks, yo, make some noise. Make some noise in the chat if you in the chat and you want to talk some Knicks.
I'm only gonna mute myself without you.
Kev, I'll be back in a minute. Yo, I don't care nothing about no kids tested, mother approved. You know what I care about? I care about us getting the Atlanta Hawks in the first round of the playoffs. That's what I care about. As a matter of fact, let me do this. I think this would be better. Right? This would be better. This is what you call putting Hoodie Kev in the corner. Right? Until you know what I'm saying, we talk about, you know what I'm saying, these Knicks. That's right, Anthony 212. All day and all night, Knicks. It's the reason why we do this thing here. Right? Ismail Rivas is in the building. What's good? Salute my brother. What's good? Brooklyn Belly says, we here. Yes, we are here. So let me shout out Terry and Trey. Terry and Trey posted a video today. Right? And I ain't going to hold you. One of my professional joints is, like, one of my professional aspirations is to either have Terry and Trey be on here or we take our show on the road and be with them. I really like Terry and Trey, man. I really like Terry and Trey, right? And because it's organic. I like other joints too. Jen N was good. I like Terry and Trey. I like others, man. Y'all know how I feel about Macri. Y'all know I love Macri. Y'all know I love the entertainer. Nothing but Knicks. Knicks Fan TV, CK2K, a whole bunch of others. Right? But I dig the vibe with Terry and Trey. So shout out to Terry and Trey as Hoodie Kev drinks milk on national TV. So shout out to Terry and Trey. Right? And also hope my man 50 Grand City for Real get better. Hope my man get better. Right? So how do y'all feel about playing the Atlanta Hawks in the first round? How do y'all feel?
Back. Let's do this.
How do you feel about playing the Atlanta Hawks in the first round?
I am in more than one way, intrigued. They are a very intriguing team. They have a lot of, when healthy, they offer a lot of firepower, and it'll put our defensive strategies to the test. There are some principles that we execute defensively that I'm not a big fan of, that just plays right into the hands of the Hawks. Hopefully, we'll take the week in between the last game of the season and the first game of the playoffs to hone in and do some adjustments. Get in the film room. I'm sure Tom Thibodeau and his staff will come up with a game. Like, this isn't a regular season where you can go into a game, you only have a limited time to kind of prepare for that team, then you go. Then you got to get ready for the next team, then you go. Then you got to get ready for the next team, then you go. This is, we're facing the Hawks.
Right.
4, 5, 6, 7 times. Get Atlanta Hawks.
Yep.
You don't care about Philadelphia. You don't care about Milwaukee, Brooklyn, Miami. We only care about the Atlanta Hawks for the next 4 to 7 games. And taking away their strengths and turning their strengths into weaknesses.
Okay.
Trying to take away Trae Young, trying to neutralize him the best way that we can. Try to limit some of the scorings of your Kevin Huerters, your John Collins, your Danilo Gallinaris, your Lou Williams.
Oh, God dog it. I forgot about Lou Williams.
Yeah. Mr. Lemon Pepper Chicken Wing himself. So, it's like I said, they have a lot of firepower. So
But do they have defense?
Not the best at all. Nowhere near that.
Right.
But the last thing I want to do is get into a situation where we're at against like Phoenix or Denver, where you see a lot of Trae Young, John Collins, or Trae Young, Click Capella pick and roll.
Right.
And we're leaving the Kevin Huerters and the Cam Reddishes and the Gallinaris wide open threes.
So the third option, and to your point, I'm not cutting you off. I just want to say this to add a certain aspect so that the viewers and people participate can understand what you're saying. Right. So what it is when in the pick and roll, the pick and roll handler is dangerous because you don't want the pick and roll handler to get all the way to the basket for an easy uncontested layup. Right. Right. And so in a pick and roll, what happens is you get about 16 to 20 feet of space where your handler can get a running start against a big and beat a big to the basket. Right. And people's like, 16 to 20 feet ain't really that much space. It is when you're talking about some of the most elite athletes in the world. Right. So say for instance, oh geez, I just hit myself with the thing. That was comedy.
You okay?
Yeah, I'm tough. So anyway.
What did Miss Mocha put in them cookies earlier?
Oh, okay. Hold on. Let me. Oh geez. Here you go. Hey, so don't go upside his head yet. Let me finish this thing real quick. How you doing tonight?
It's all good, baby. It's all good. Thanks for having me.
You doing good? You good? All right.
Good.
Is that an apron back there behind you?
No, this is my recliner cover.
No, I'm talking about back on the wall. What is that back on the wall behind you?
Oh no, that's my Giants flag.
Looks like a doormat.
See, Freezy,
Okay.
I'm trying to maintain.
He can't see.
I need glasses.
He poking the bear. He poking the bear.
I need glasses.
He can't see. So I'm gonna finish breaking down the pick and roll thing that he mentioned. Right. So what happens is in a scenario, say where me and Hoodie Kev and G-Man are defending the pick and roll. Right. Hoodie Kev is defending Trae Young. I'm defending John Collins, and G-Man for life is defending Kevin Huerter in the corner. Right. So what happens is we go to the pick and roll, and I can't sag because Trae Young can shoot from any distance from 25 feet in. So I can't sag a little bit because if I sag a little bit, it gives him space to get off his runner or to put Hoodie Kev in jail. You know that stupid move where he dribble and the guy's behind him or whatever.
Yep.
So it gives him space to do that, right? And then at the same time, it gives John Collins time to spot up for three at the top of the key or roll to the basket for the lob from Trae Young. So both of us have to play pressed up, right? But if one of us gets beat, G-Man for life has to scramble from Huerter in the corner to stop that person from going to the basket. Whether it's Trae Young going to the basket because he beat me off the dribble, or whether it's John Collins is got Hoodie Kev trailing him out of the screen, G-Man for life has to come and protect the rim. So what does that do? That leaves Kevin Huerter in the corner for three.
Yep.
Right? And it's not G-Man's fault when he tries to scramble back and put a hand up in Kevin Huerter's face. He has two assignments on defense: the box and the corner. Right? He can't let anybody, you know what I'm saying, go and do a uncontested layup. Right? And he can't let somebody shoot the corner three. Right? And so what happens is if G-Man for life closes out on Kevin Huerter too fast, Kevin Huerter runs the baseline. Trae Young throws the pass in behind G-Man for life. So it looks as if G-Man for life gets beat backdoor. Right? And it's not because G-Man for life was standing there selling newspapers. It's because G-Man for life hustled to the box, back to the corner. The dude in the corner that was spotted up saw G-Man for life cutting to the back, closing out on him too hard. So he sprinted to the box, got the pass from Trae Young and got a dunk. And what happens is when Knicks fans see this, they be like, "Oh man, G-Man for life keep getting keep getting beat back door." No, man, it ain't that. It's that it starts in the paint. It starts when Hoodie Kev got pinned behind John Collins. Do you give up the easy dunk to John Collins, or do you trust that G-Man can scramble back and make Kevin Huerter shoot a contested three? Right? But Huerter recognizes that G-Man is hauling butt out there to get to him, knows that he can't stop, and either pump fakes, gets G-Man in the air, and G-Man fouls him for 3 free throws, or he cuts back door and gets a contested layup. Now, with that said, Uncle Freezy, who was on Trae Young, should scramble back to the box and contest Kevin Huerter at the basket. And that's what you call playing defense on the string, where everybody has everybody's back on defense. Mm-hmm. Knicks fans, what they do is they'll see Kevin Knox do this, right? Kevin Knox will be in a corner on Huerter, right, with his hips open, facing one hip towards the passer, one hip on the player, right, with in front of the baseline, because the baseline is his friend, because the ball handler can't cross that baseline or he out of bounds, right? But they see Kevin Knox scramble when somebody gets beat, and then the man Trae Young, watching Kevin Knox take that first step, passes that ball to the corner as opposed to throwing the lob. And now Kevin Huerter is out there for three. And they say, well, Kevin Knox's defense sucks. He keeps giving up the corner three. It's the same thing they were saying about Obi, right? But if you know basketball, you understand that there are principles to defense and principles to the pick and roll offense. when Trae Young reads the body positioning of all these players, he reads the play and knows where to go with the ball instinctually. And when it's not there, he'll put his man, Hoodie Kev, in jail to try to force the defense to scramble so that he can either throw up a runner or reset the offense. Right? It's when you watch the basketball game, it's easy to dissect when you watch it in that way, knowing that no NBA player is on the court reading newspapers on defense. There are no lapses like that on defense. Where you get a lapse on defense is the offense creates a situation where you have to react to two different things at one time. It's called putting a player in jeopardy. It's like, anybody remember the option offense in football, where a quarterback will get outside of the tackle box and the linebacker will be there. And the linebacker's thing is, who do I take, the quarterback or the running back? And if he guesses wrong, then the other team will get about 8 yards on a play. Right? Like I saw Nebraska play this quarterback from West Virginia, a quarterback named Major Harris. Yeah, you know what I'm saying? Major Harris was so quick that he would get to the outside, and before your linebacker knew he was in jeopardy, Major Harris was already gone up the field.
Too late.
Yeah, too late. You got to know you have a decision to make, and then you have to make a split-second decision. But if you don't even know, it's too late. It's too late. It's in the military. In the military, when you used to get killed in activities, like, I'm just not talking about real life. I'm just talking about in drills. When sometimes we used to call it death from above. People don't even know. You don't even know when they just walk up to you with the card. You died from internal bleeding. They pass you the card or whatever, and you got to walk off the battlefield. You know what I'm saying? You're like, God dog it. How do I die from internal injuries? Missile strike. You didn't even know the missile was. You know what I'm saying? G-Man, you know what I'm talking about, G-Man?
I know exactly what you're talking about. You got to go spend 24 hours in the boneyard.
Right. Yeah, the boneyard. Yeah, you know exactly what I'm talking about. G-Man for life know exactly what I'm talking about. So when we knock Kevin Knox, Obi Toppin, RJ Barrett, Reggie Bullock, it's not because they don't know, like, they're not back there reading the newspaper. NBA offense is intricate, and they break down these things and put people in jeopardy. That's why when y'all say Kevin Knox feet are too slow, no, Kevin Knox feet ain't too slow, bro. That ain't even what it is. And I'm not defending Kevin Knox. I'm just using him for an example. You know what I'm saying? When y'all say, man, Nerlens Noel is a great paint defender, a great, blah, blah, blah. He protects the rim. No, man, he a great shot blocker. But teams are killing us at the rim.
Yes.
He's a great shot blocker. His pick and roll defense is good.
Yep.
But teams are killing us at the rim.
Can I rebound it every game? Almost.
Right. And when we do get rebound, man, there was one game where 3 of our guards had 9 rebounds. Yep. It was I forget who it was, but it was like Burks, RJ Barrett, and somebody else had like 9 rebounds, right? And our bigs had like 6 rebounds. You're like, what's going on? You know what I'm saying? So anyway, I just wanted to say, Hoodie Kev, I didn't mean to hijack your point, because you had an excellent point about the Atlanta Hawks pick and roll, right? So with the pick and roll, is not a 2-option thing, right? It's a 4-option play, right? Trae Young starts that pick and roll from about 26 feet and starts to get downhill. And if a man is beat, say for instance, if Nerlens Noel gets beat by John Collins, then now you have a weak side defender, or a defender, not weak side, not necessarily, because sometimes it's the strong side. Mostly it's the strong side defender that collapses, comes off his man to stop somebody from getting an uncontested layup. And when we don't do it, say when G-Man for life is told to stay on his man, what you see is a guy like Jokic get 33, 15, and 7.
Yep.
Or DeAndre Ayton gets 26, 13, and 4. Right? Or Valanciunas get 18, 18, and 4 against us. And the number of assists is high, Because once the defense collapses, it's easy to kick out to a shooter on the perimeter. Because all the big has to do is they're going to call his number, right? Like say G-Man is the center, right? Say G-Man is the center, right? And I'm on the other team, right? And I got the corners numbered 1 and 2, right? I got the top called as bingo, right? So when G-Man for life gets double teamed, or I send a double team, we send a double team. What we're gonna say is top, or 1, 1, 2, 2. So G-Man for life doesn't even have to scan the floor. He already knows to throw that ball to 2 position or the 1 position. You know what I'm saying? And the guy is, you know what I'm saying? That's what we're saying. So Hoodie Kev, when we say floor general, this is what I'm talking about, right? A floor general is going to be like 2, 2, 1, 1, and G-Man for life is going to know that guy is in that spot wide open. All he has to do is pivot and turn, right? Turn and throw to that guy. All he has to do is just make a pass somewhere in the vicinity to get a wide open shot. So my bad for hijacking your point.
No, you're all right. You're quite all right.
So Knicks fan, I'm sorry about breaking it. So Hoodie Kev had a couple of more points that he wanted to make because he was on a roll and I just hijacked it. My bad.
I left off on the pick. Oh yes. So here's the thing, and this is actually something that's beneficial to the Knicks is that you know how like NFL teams will have that imitator quarterback. Remember how we used to play like Michael Vick? When teams play Michael Vick and they put like a running back in to like emulate Michael Vick.
You talking about practice squad
yes.
player? Yeah.
So we can technically have that when trying to game plan for Trae Young and Emmanuel Quickley. And you can have Emmanuel Quickley go out there and imitate or simulate Trae Young for us to get better prepared for what he brings.
Right.
And I think that'll be now. Granted, Trae Young is a little more polished, I guess, but it's the same concept,
right?
But
in the walkthrough, though, having a cat that with similar skills is perfect.
Yes.
Oh, yeah.
Right. It's in a walkthrough when you go in half speed, so coaches can break down stuff and relate information to players. Emmanuel Quickley is perfect to play Trae Young. You know what I'm saying?
And it'll help. I think the team with some of the how Trae Young will trap a player behind him.
Yeah, put him in jail.
Fouls.
Right.
Yes. Hopefully it will be able to eliminate.
I'll be right back, y'all. I'm gonna go use the bathroom.
Eliminate some of those plays that Trae Young gets fouls on people. The fact that we can simulate these kind of things with Emmanuel Quickley. It doesn't mean it's going to work all the time. Like I said, Trae Young is an all-star level player for a reason. It's really about, and it's hard to say don't bite. It's hard to say that.
You can say it, but it's easier said than done.
Yes. Especially when, like I said, what makes it effective is because you know Trae Young can shoot from anywhere.
Yeah.
If Trae Young couldn't shoot, you wouldn't bite. Like nobody's gonna bite on Elfrid Payton and get pinned behind Elfrid Payton.
That's a fact.
So with that, there's a lot of things that the Atlanta Hawks do that will give us tests. Like I said, the one thing that bothers me. The one thing that bothers me is the fact that we do give up a slew. When I say a slew, I mean a slew of uncontested three-point shots.
Facts. We do.
And that is, and to be honest with you, that is by design. For the most part, it has not bit us.
Yeah. For
the most part, there's been games where you see like Brian Forbes hit like 8 threes. Like
People never heard of. That's
Yeah.
what it was me.
it's like, okay, weird. How you just dude just hit 8 threes? It's 8th man off the bench.
Yeah. Had played a total of 12 minutes his whole career.
But that's what happens when you leave. I mean, hopefully, if you're an NBA player, you get consistent wide open shots, you hit them.
Yeah.
He went out there and did his job. We let them open. He hit the shots.
He killed us, yeah. We gambled and lost.
So the thing is, do you want to leave Danilo Gallinari open 5 for 5 wide open threes a game? Do you want to leave Cam Reddish open, or Kevin Huerter, or Lou Williams? Hopefully Lou Williams, the club's in Atlanta back open, so he out there getting his lemon pepper chicken wings. So his focus is not all the way on the games. Because, the clubs is back open in Atlanta.
The clubs are back open in Atlanta?
Look, Freezy come back right on cue.
Yes.
He come back right on cue, boy.
The clubs are open in Atlanta. Okay.
So hopefully he can, his focus will be on the lemon pepper chicken wings.
Lemon pepper.
I got this saying right, and the saying goes like this. And I didn't create it. I just coined the phrase. Hope is not a strategy, right? So if you go into a situation and you don't legit have a game plan on how you're going to conquer whatever the obstacle is in front of you, you're doomed to fail. And I'm not saying that we don't have a plan. I just think that the plan needs to be revamped from where we play a team a couple times in regular season to where we think that the Hawks are going to be our opponent. So we need to go in with a game plan to figure out, hey, these guys, we got to beat these guys 4 times in a 7-game series. And we're not going to be able to do the same thing every night. We got to be able to evolve every game, analyze, dissect, and then figure out what we need to do different in order to be better to get this series out the way. Atlanta bothers me, man. I'm gonna tell you.
They present a lot of different obstacles because they have scoring options.
Yeah.
At 1 through 5, they can legit have 5 people on the court that can get you 20 points.
Yeah, facts. That's what bothers me. I don't know.
It will be crucial that one thing that's crucial is this: we have to rebound. We cannot give up second and third possessions to a team as potent as the Atlanta Hawks. I know this sounds weird, but we cannot have Clint Capella averaging 17 rebounds against us in this series.
Sound weird. It does not sound weird. Because I'm going to tell you right now, I always talk about fundamental basketball. If you can't rebound, limit turnovers, and make free throws, you're not going to win the game.
Right.
There's no way possible you win a game if another team is able to do those 3 things better than you. It's not going to happen. Period. I don't care how hopeful you are, how much pie in the sky you got just because the sun rose in the west. Rose in the east and set in the west. And you caught it. You might live on the West Coast, right? And you might live out there close to the beach. So at sunset, everybody wants to go to the beach to be able to see the sunset over the ocean, right? That's a beautiful view. I'm telling you, it's mesmerizing. It'll do something to your psyche, put you in your feel-good space, your nice and warm space. But let me tell you something. That don't win basketball games, baby.
No.
That don't win basketball games. I need somebody on a nightly basis that can rebound the ball or at least box out to keep somebody else from getting the rebound.
Yep.
You know what I'm saying? Limit your turnovers. Don't be making all these, fancy highlight ESPN Sports Center passes. I need fundamental passes, bounce pass, see the pass before you make the pass. And for heaven's sakes, if you on the candy strike, come on now. They call free throws free for a minute.
Right.
Make the shot.
Right.
Make the shot.
Right. No doubt.
I digress. I'm sorry.
Right. And so just going back to that point that you made about City for real. I'm not City for real is backstage. No, City. No, we ain't doing this, City. Go to bed, bro. Y'all, hey, ladies and gentlemen, I'm gonna put him up here for a few seconds. Excuse me, just so I can tell him to go to bed. City, go to bed, bro.
Oh, what's good?
Nothing's good. Go to bed. Goodbye. Go to bed, City. You sound terrible. Hey, City sounds like Kermit the Frog right now.
You know, at least I wasn't like when I lost my voice, I wasn't sick. I just lost my voice. I was still trying.
Look at it. Hey, this dude. Hey, I don't know what's going on with gas. Gas must be on that gas tonight.
On gas, yeah.
It is Saturday night.
Hey, what's good, boss?
Yeah. Can you guys hear me?
Yeah, man. How you doing today?
Not bad. How are you, man?
Man, I'm good. I'm good. Hey, good to finally get you on the big screen, man. How you been?
Not bad. Not bad. Yeah, I just want to come on and talk about a couple of things. I got work in like 6 hours, but I just want to explain a couple of things real quick before I get off.
Yeah.
Yeah. So first thing I want to jump into is why it seems like we're always getting killed by centers. I think the reason that we're always getting killed by centers is not because Noel is a terrible defender, because he's actually a pretty good defender. But I think it's to do with Tom Thibodeau's defensive principles. Okay, right. So he runs the ice pick and roll, right, which means that every single time that a pick and roll starts, or every single time that the point guard drives into the lane, he has the center come up. And when the center comes up to guard the whether it's a finish or whether it's the pass out, what he'll do is he'll come up, and that'll leave the center or the opposing center open in the dunker spot. Okay, yep. So every time that happens, it's going to lead to either a dunk, a layup, a rebound, if he can get it in there.
Finish. Right.
So yeah, basically, yeah, it's going to lead to a finish. So what he's trying to do is play the passing lanes. So it's harder for a point guard to get the pass off if there's two defenders around him, especially a long defender like a Nerlens Noel, who's a 7-footer. Right. Rather than just having, an Elfrid Payton on him. So that's a lot of the reason that we're getting killed by centers. It's not that, Nerlens Noel is just a shot blocker and he's a terrible defender. It's more so just the principles that Tom Thibodeau runs. So, yeah, it's mostly the reason I want to jump on here is just kind of touch on that. Because I feel like a lot of people kind of are feeling as though Nerlens Noel is this overrated defender and like he's not that good because we're always getting killed by centers. But even if you look back at Tom Thibodeau's Chicago days, Chicago was constantly getting killed by centers. It wasn't because Joakim Noah was a bad defender or anything. It was because of the fact that they played the ice pick and roll. And right. Yeah, so I mean, it may look bad on paper, but throughout the game, you look, usually the guards and the wings on the other team usually are inefficient in comparison to their actual stats.
Right.
So,
oh, you mean their regular season stats?
Yeah, the regular season stats. Yeah, of course.
Right.
So yeah, I just wanted to bring that up.
So I want to do just a little counter to what you said, right? Because I understand what you mean, right? Because Nerlens Noel is basically playing zone, right? In that pick and roll coverage. Like when he comes up, it's to be a hand away from their big, and it's also to stop the momentum of the pick and roll handler. Right, so he's playing the zone, and he's also scanning the lane for cutters. Right, all of this at the same time.
Yeah,
usually, So you don't usually have cutters when you have the pick and roll, but you don't know what play the opposing team is running. So you have to keep an eye out for all of this stuff, right? And so what happens? Is my thing with Nerlens Noel is opposing centers don't exert energy defensively on the other end because Nerlens Noel does not offer offensive what am I looking for? Offensive pressure. Yeah. So opposing centers basically rest on defense. I'm not saying they do it full time, but they don't have the same job as say a point guard who has to defend on offense and defense. Again, or a power forward that has to defend Julius Randle on offense and then try to get their own offense against Randle. That's one of the knocks that I have against Taj and Nerlens Noel, that they don't make opposing centers work on the other end of the floor. I mean, they work in box outs, the physicality and all that stuff, but there is no pressure. Like Nerlens Noel is not going to go in his offensive bag against an opposing team's center and make himself a threat. And it's the same complaint that we had about Mitchell Robinson at the beginning of the season. Like when he catches the ball at the top of the key, he doesn't even look at the rim. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Just looking at the rim with the basketball in your hand freezes the defender, because you can't, as a defender, you can't back up on. I say, give you an example. Karl Anthony Towns, when he catches it at the top of the key, Karl Anthony Towns' defender has to be within arm's reach of Karl Anthony Towns, because Karl Anthony Towns can shoot, put it on the floor, or pass. Right?
Yeah, true.
But Nerlens Noel catches the ball at the top of the key, and this was my knock with Elfrid Payton. Right? Why are you running a screen and roll with Nerlens Noel when Nerlens Noel can't shoot or pass or dribble the basketball? If he's not rolling to the basket, he's not a threat. And at 212 or 215 pounds or whatever he weighs, he's the same weight as RJ Barrett. Basically.
He's for a big guy.
Yeah. So he's not gonna bully his way to the basket. No pun intended. RJ Barrett being a Broadway bully.
Yeah, no, he's not. Yeah, on offense, he's not a threat. But at the same time, you can't really put that on any teammates or Tom Thibodeau or anything like that. He just is what he is. He's a rim rolling center that plays good defense. You can't really put that on anybody outside Nerlens Noel himself. I mean, he's 27. There's nothing that's really going to change that at this point. He probably is who he is. Maybe able to add a hook shot or maybe a mid-range jumper down the line that's probably not going to be very efficient anyways unless he's wide open. But yeah, there's really nothing you could do about that. But I mean, my point basically is that for what he is, I feel like our coaching staff and the players on the team are using him well and using him to his strengths.
Oh yeah,
is more so what I'm trying to say.
Definitely, we definitely got the most out of Nerlens Noel. We definitely got the most out of Nerlens Noel. And I'll be honest with you, I am impressed that he stayed healthy the entire season.
Me too. Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? I mean, he got nicked. Yeah, he got nicked up and maybe missed a game or two here or there or whatever, or even in game he would leave the game with an injury and then come back. Mm-hmm. But for his career, he's the dude that gets like the 3-week injury like 2 or 3 times a year. Yeah. You know what I'm saying? He'll fall on his hip or something and be gone 3 weeks. And you like, I can't depend on this guy. And to be honest with you, it's the reason why he has not signed a long-term deal with any team. You couldn't before offer him major minutes because he would always get hurt when you needed him. He was always a max effort guy, and max effort guys are always dinged up.
Yeah, did you watch him at Kentucky?
Yeah, I did.
Remember when he tore his ACL?
Yes.
Yeah.
He was going to be the number 1 pick in the draft.
He was.
Remember?
He fell at like 6. Everybody thought that was a huge surprise.
Yep. For him falling down the board to 6, we were like, what? Because he was the number 1 center in high school basketball at the time. And then went to Kentucky, who had the number 1 center like 3 years in a row. Yeah. Right? And so, but the thing is with this, I think the Knicks, what you have to do is give the Knicks credit for taking a bunch of also-ran veterans that usually get traded in season, getting the most squeeze from the fruit. They got the fruit and got the biggest squeeze possible from the fruit. They think about Alec Burks.
Oh yeah.
Think about Alec Burks, right? We got the most squeeze from that fruit. Alec Burks is the guy that gets hot in the first half and you trade him to a playoff contender in the second half for like a second round pick. And Alec Burks has become that guy. But with us, he legit has become an integral part of what we're looking to build. I'm not saying sign him to a 6-year extension. I ain't trying to get carried away. But what I'm saying is Alec Burks has found a niche in New York. And man, Alec Burks has found his niche. And I think he may be in New York for a while. If the money matches up. You know what I'm saying? Because we're not giving Alec Burks $15 million a year. That's out. Alec Burks, goodbye. If that's what you're looking to get,
yeah,
right.
I'm with you.
But if we can sign him to a reasonable deal, I mean that's fair to him too. Now, you know what I mean? Because he's going to want to get paid, and if we can pay him something competitive with other teams and still keep him in this role, I don't know how Alec Burks can turn that deal down.
Yeah, I give him like 4 years, 36, 3 years, 30. I think that's fair. He's one of the best bench players in the NBA, in my opinion.
Right, and then if it's fair, and this year is an aberration, we can trade him.
Exactly.
On a deal that's not hard to trade.
Yeah, he's still a great shooter. Everybody needs shooters in the NBA today.
Right. And so what I'm going to say is and I'm going to harken back to this point, G-Man for life. I'm not going on a tangent, bro. I'm not preaching. I promise. What I'm saying is this: you have to give the organization credit for multiple things. For one, keeping Derrick Rose physically healthy throughout the season since we had him. They deserve an A+. Right? Nobody can you couldn't stop anybody from getting COVID, no matter what preparation you did, no matter how much you prepared and cleaned and all that stuff. People, it's going to happen. Sometimes it's going to be a surprise, sometimes not. Right? Oh, go ahead, Kev.
Go ahead. No.
What are you doing?
He wanted to be heard.
No, I was going to say I felt in my soul I had a message.
What's the message?
And now the message is gone. So
it's not gone, it's there.
Okay.
The message is there. I just don't know because as Uncle Freezy says, I don't want to sound like a hater.
I never sound like a hater unless it's other teams.
You call me a hater.
Yeah, because you are, you straddle the line sometimes, and it makes people wonder if you were really a Knicks fan.
Again,
or if you're
I don't know how much I have to say this. I can tell you this ain't the most trolling in the world. For me to be out of my bed to 3-4 o'clock in the morning with y'all if I wasn't a Knicks fan. Like, I ain't got nothing better to do with my time.
But become a star on the internet?
I can become a star on the internet doing plenty of other things.
Like what?
Pause.
Name one.
Pause.
Yeah, for real. I don't like where this is going.
Yeah, I don't like where this is going. What's up, Gas?
I have a
Gas.
career.
What's going on with you? What's going on with the lights and stuff, bro? What's happening?
I was trying to come in with an intro, but you killed it because I had a recording.
I killed it. Right?
I got a studio, you know. I got the, you know, but
hold on, Gas. Hold on, Kev. You see what I'm talking about? Remember how I told you? They like, yo, I'm just gonna bust in the show and do some random stuff without even talking to Uncle Freezy and Kev. You see what I'm talking about? Remember I just mentioned that early in the show?
Yeah, you did.
It looked like he painted his walls orange. And that's dedication.
And Gas was like, nah, I didn't talk to Uncle Freezy and Hoodie Kev or nobody first, right? I ain't send him no text message. I ain't talked to him on telephone or nothing. And be like, yo, I would like to do a certain thing. You know what I'm saying? What's up with that? Can you is it cool if I do this such and such thing? Right? Nah. Gas is like, yo, Uncle Freezy, you killed my thing. I was gonna come on here with an intro. Really, Gas? You was just gonna bust in the show with some random stuff. I ain't gonna talk to Uncle Freezy about nothing.
What? You can't make stuff up.
I'm telling you.
You cannot make this.
You can't make this. And so all I do is show love to Gas. And then Gas is like, yo, Uncle Freezy, you killed it. I was gonna just come in here with an intro. Bro, that's not how it works, bro. You can't just spring stuff up on people in their channels, bro.
I tagged you on Twitter. I'm sorry. Never mind.
Yeah. It ain't nothing but love, man. But so you just can't be like, yo, Uncle Freezy, you killed my shine. I was just gonna bust in here with some girls half naked singing.
Because you said I look like I was on drugs. I'm not on drugs. I just got excited. I'm sorry.
No, man. It ain't. No, you ain't. I ain't talking about you on drugs. I'm talking about, yo, it was mad crazy. I kept trying to bring you in, and all it was like flashing lights. So I'm like, what in the world is this?
You're trying to get his ID on.
But it's a studio. Like we go into the playoff. I don't make fun of something that I tried hard. You know, like I got a light here because
then he scolded me. Now he scolded me. He like, yo, don't make fun of my stuff. Now Gas is like scolding me. He's like, yo, don't make fun of my stuff. Bro, it's called RESPECT.
You know, I got one better for you, Freeze. I got one better for you. And I think the whole time we was in the military, this word, as soon as I say it, you're gonna know exactly what I'm talking about. It's about protocol.
Right.
So, you know, I can't just walk up in the White House and say I'm about to take over with as, you know, president and the whole staff there. You know what I'm
Fix
saying?
me a sandwich. You
Donald
can't just
Trump
walk up in the
said-
White House and be like, fix me a sandwich. Yeah, come on, man.
That's neither here nor there.
I can't walk in Hoodie Kev's establishment and be like, you know, Kev, I understand you the GM for the night, right? But guess what? I need 2 suites right now. I don't care what you got planned or whatever the case may be. This is what I need, and this is what we're gonna do. That's not how the world works.
Right.
Period. We don't do stuff like that.
Right. We got, you know what I'm saying? We show
Hold on.
G-Man for life. Do we not show love to everybody? I figure we show love to everybody, right?
Yeah.
I would like to tell a story. Uncle Freezer was on the phone with me when this happened. I was at work tonight.
You better not be snitching. You better not be snitching, bro.
Yo. So a young lady called my establishment. He's like, I'm from South Jersey. I guess this is what people in Jersey do. I don't know. She's like, I'm from South Jersey, and I'm coming down there. I got some family. If I give you the address, can you do a Google search and see how far away it is?
What? Why would you do what?
I legit asked, you could ask Uncle Freezer. I literally had the longest pause. If she could see my face, I was like, I can give you our address and
you can Google
do a Google search. Yeah, that's what you would like to do. What I wanted to her was, I'm not about to do that. People be having this customer service thing a little bit out of whack. Just what you want me to Google map an address for you.
I think, you know,
Yeah,
But then I have people like Uncle Freezy be like, hotels suck. They don't got no good customer service. Because look at what I got to go through. The customer before Uncle Freezy just walked in the door. I had this girl who wanted me to Google Maps address for her. So I'm already frustrated, like, what's going on? And then Uncle Freezy coming in. I want grade A service.
Right. Hey,
So-
Kev, I spend bread, bro. Right. I spend bread.
Yeah.
Right. So when I leave the crib, I expect things to be up to a certain standard. And even with my friends, even in my friendships, I operate up to a certain standard. Like when you be around me, when I'm around you, I live to a certain standard, bro. I live to a certain standard. That way you ain't got to worry about no weird, awkward situations. Like you ain't got to worry about we go out to breakfast and me saying, yo, I ain't got no money. You got me? You ain't got to worry about none of that. You know, you ain't got to worry about stuff like that. You ain't got to worry about me smoking in your car. You know what I'm saying? You know what I'm saying? You ain't got to worry. You ain't got to worry. I live up to a certain standard, like a certain standard and respect and all that stuff. And I hate to get away from the Knicks conversation because I want to break down the Atlanta Hawks, right?
Yes.
When I'm around you, bro, I live to a certain standard, bro. Like you ain't got to worry about me. You know what I'm saying? Bringing the hood out in public. Like I ain't gonna be super hoodie. You know what I'm saying? Like me and G-Man for life go somewhere. He ain't got to worry about like, oh, I hope this dude don't cut up over here. He ain't got to worry about that, bro, because I got manners. I live to a certain standard. Like I ain't gonna be cussing around all the ladies. I ain't gonna look. I'm not gonna be lighting up. I'm not gonna be firing up the blunt round G-Man for life people. Right now, that ain't me. You know what I'm saying? That's not. You know. Now when me and G-Man for life get back to a certain thing, now I'm gonna cut up and act a fool.
There you go.
Right.
I was about to say quiet is kept. What people do that are serious about, you know, the things that they do in life, especially if you have a career, you take that stuff serious because the people that's around you are a representation of you,
right?
And could necessarily, fairly or unfairly, however you choose to look at it, limit you from our future opportunities because people looking at the people that you hang out with. Like, well, I'm rocking with Hoodie Kev. But this GM over here or this CEO for this upstart company don't like Hoodie Kev for whatever reason. But I'm associated with Hoodie Kev. I'm qualified for the job, but because of my association, I don't get a look.
Right. It's because people say stuff like "birds of a feather flock together."
Yeah. Yep.
You know what I'm saying? All right. So I said the thing for Nick Gas. I think Nick Gas is just on one tonight. I already told him like, look, yo, it ain't disrespect. Just don't spring stuff up on us. I just said it as plain as I could say it. I ain't gonna address that no more. Period. It's as simple as that. It's all love here. We don't do all that stuff. All I ask is just not for people to try to spring stuff up on us at the last minute. If you want to do something, man, just talk to us. Period. How simple is that? So I ain't gonna address that no more. Because it don't even need to be addressed. I don't know why I needed to address it another time.
The last thing I'm going to say is this, and I respect that Uncle Freezy has spent his money at my establishment, but Uncle Freezy does not know what I just went through with the customer before he walked in the door.
I don't care because the current customer is here.
But at the end of the day, what you had to realize is this.
No, I don't, because I spent money. I spent money
at the end of the
right?
day.
No, I don't.
Nobody working there.
Why are we talking about hotels and we were talking about the Hawks and the Knicks?
I'm just saying, ain't nobody working in a hotel a robot,
bro. So I spent money and they are getting paid.
Yes.
Do your job.
And I'm gonna do my job. You're gonna walk into a nice, clean room at the end of our whatever.
But I think atmosphere has a lot to do with that too.
Right.
Because the atmosphere started once I get to the desk and how I'm received.
Right.
And then how I'm passed off to the next person to get me where I need to be. I shouldn't have to, if I'm a paying customer, and I understand I have bad days as well, but the next person that I speak to should not have to be a victim of the previous person I just talked to.
Right.
One should not interact with others.
Why do I have to be the victim of the customer? Because I had to sit here and get badgered and belittled by people, and all I gotta do is have a smile on my face, and like nothing is wrong, like nothing even happened.
You chose
the next person, and
you chose that line of work, Kev. You did.
I did choose that line of work, but but somebody got to do it, right? That don't mean that don't mean that we deserve to be treated any old kind of way.
I agree. I agree, but that's a part of it. So let me. I'm gonna wrap this up in a nice little bow for you, Kev. Check this out. When I was 18 years old, I joined the Army under the delayed entry program.
Me
right?
too.
So in the delayed entry program, you graduate from high school, you got a couple of weeks to hang out with your family, your friends, whoever, until they ship you off to basic training, right? Between that time frame, I started second guessing, hey, is this something I really want to do? Man, I came up with all kind of reasons not to go. But you know what? My grandmother told me. She said, hey, listen, ain't nothing around here for you to do. Go ahead and find you something else to do. Be productive.
Right.
Going into the military, at that time, I joined the military in 1987. Prior to Desert Shield, Desert Storm,
right.
The last war that was fought was Vietnam.
Yep.
So I joined the Army with the whole expectation of saying, I'm just joining to get me, I'm going to do my 4 years. I'm going to get my college money. I'm going to come back to the crib. I'm going to kick it. I'm going to go to school. Tuition already paid for. I'm going to live life.
Right.
That all went up in smoke. And when Kuwait got invaded, they were like, hey, you about to go to war. I'm like, who? What? Huh? What? Who? What? No. But I say all that to say this. When you join any type of occupation, there are pitfalls. There are pros and cons to everything. I didn't think I was going to war, and I've been at war ever since until I retired. So in your industry, your pitfall or your, let's just say, Achilles heel would be those people that we know come. And I know you deal with some people, some characters that come in there half baked. You don't know when you're talking to them. They could have just came off. They just coming off one. Really, they ain't got all their faculties together, but they think in their mind what they're saying makes sense.
Right.
So I totally get it. I totally get it.
Hey, so G-Man, I'm gonna tell you this. So back in the day, I was in the military. This this when I was a young private that didn't know nothing. This movie had just been made called Full Metal Jacket, right? And so I watched the movie, and everybody had, not everybody, but a lot of people had saw the movie, and they thought basic training was gonna be kind of like that, and it was in a way. It was in a way, not completely like that, because anytime you see that's the reason why when Hoodie Kev, every time you ask me if I seen such and such Army movie or such and such Army movie, I tell you no, I don't watch those.
Have you watched A Few Good Men? Is that considered an Army movie?
Hey Kev, listen to me, listen to my point.
Oh, I'm sorry.
When I say such and such Army movie, A Few Good Men was not an Army movie, bro. Was it an Army movie, Hoodie Kev?
No, it was about
it wasn't.
It has military personnel in there.
I said Army. Did you listen?
Oh, so it's just the Army, no other military branch.
Yeah, well, the point I'm getting at, or how about war movie? I'll put it that way. So I don't watch war movies, right? I don't watch those because they Hollywooded up, and they always portray like the worst case like scenario to get shock value from cats that are not in the military, and what they don't understand. It's a lot of stuff that go into it, right? It's a lot of stuff to go into it, right? And I don't watch them today. I don't watch it because some of the stuff that I've been through as a person, as a soldier, as a young man, affects me as an older man. You know what I'm saying? That's why when you ask me these questions, you're like, hey man, you said you only gonna sleep for 37 minutes. Yep. So I ain't gonna get into all of that stuff. What I want to get back.
Can I pose one question to the chat? It has to do with Captain America. We talked about this before.
You said Captain America. Is that who you just said?
Captain America.
Okay. I'm gonna have to sit back for this one. Go ahead.
This is an interesting question. And me and Freezy have.
Kev, as a young private, I was a sergeant major's driver, right? So I was a sergeant major's driver as a young. So it was very important because it's not about a fictional character. This is about a real life man and another man, right? That actually lived. I was a sergeant major's driver, right? And the reason why I was a sergeant major's driver was because I could do a lot of the stuff in the military exceptionally well, but I didn't have what they call my S together. And the sergeant major saw some talent in me that I didn't see in myself. So he was like, let me save this young man's life by having him up under my wing so he won't mess his life up before he gets started. Have him do something at 19 that he'll regret when he's 59. You know what I'm saying?
Yep.
And right. to you that don't make sense right now because you like, what does this have to do with Captain America? What I'm saying is this. At 19, I had the best uniform. I had the best boots, TA-50 inspections. Man, bro, you ain't never seen somebody clean a canteen canteen carrier like me. You know what I'm saying? You ain't never seen somebody oh gee man, for like what's the belt we used to have? The LCE carrier? Is that it? You ain't never seen
the pistol belt. Your pistol.
You ain't never seen somebody go through so many bottles of MNU to make sure all they buttons be black. Like me, bro. And it's the same thing I do for the Knicks at Night podcast. You ain't never seen somebody be on word as much as me, making sure all the notes is right, making sure I push the time back so that Hoodie Kev can come in fresh. Like I be like legit, a lot of nights I be ready to go at 11:45. But I talk to cats at like 10:30, 10:45, and be like, yo, you good? Nah, man, I'm running a little late. Okay, I'll push the time back to 12:10, 12:15, whatever, to make sure that we be fresh so that we be on the same page when we come in. Deep, like detail stuff, bro. That's kind of like how I am. Now, I know you want to talk about Captain America. I know you do. I can see it in your face. Like, no matter what I say in the next 30 seconds, Captain America is going to explode out of your face. I want to talk about the Atlanta Hawks defense, and you want to talk about Captain America. And I keep changing the subject so that I keep changing the subject so we can get back to the Atlanta Hawks defense, and you want to talk Captain America.
If you want to move on, we can move on. And I do not have to ask my question about Steve Rogers.
Oh my goodness.
We can move on.
Oh my god.
Yeah, and so Boost
Right
Mobile say he feeling us because we put it out there. Hey, Boost Mobile, listen, I'm a real live breathing human being. Like I'm not like some of these other guys and I'm not knocking them because cats are sensitive. Every time you say you're not like somebody, you're like, oh man, he said I'm not such and such. Bro. Okay. All right. So I'm not like other guys and stuff. Listen, when I come on here and I say 100 of y'all are people that I like, I don't say that so you can hit the like button. I say that because I enjoy y'all company and I like being around y'all. Like Black Prophet, Boost Mobile, Long Island Sound, Cully, you know what I'm saying? Whatever. I don't say that so y'all could smash the like button. I like it if y'all smash the like button, but I tell y'all that because I enjoy y'all company and I feel like as men and women, as adults, we don't admit certain stuff like we should. Like we don't tell each other we enjoy each other's company. If you enjoy each other's company, we be like, yeah, they all right. What does that mean? That don't mean nothing. That don't mean nothing. I gotta let Cully know that even though he sound like Jay-Z, I still like being around Cully.
The Rock is in the building.
The Rock. Yeah. and so like with Marge Fitzmaurice, I already know this is strictly basketball. With Marge Fitzmaurice coming in, it's strictly ball. That's strictly what it is. When Marge coming here, it's strictly ball, right? So I'll be trying to get that, you know, because I kind of like that. I like that. Her and Karen Fung. No matter what we be talking about, we could be talking about like stimulus package, and Karen Fung is like, yo, Julius Randle had a triple double. You know what I'm saying? Ball, and I love it. I can't help it, right? But I know Hoodie Kev want to talk about Captain America, and I want to talk about the Atlanta Hawks defense. Go ahead, Hoodie Kev. I'm gonna move off the screen, man.
I didn't even say anything. What is happening? I legit just said, if you would like to move on, we can move on. I don't need to talk about Steve Rogers. I legit came out and said that. So I'm good. I'm A-okay. Really?
So you know, I was in the chat a few minutes ago, right? And people were talking about the game we got tomorrow, number 1 against the Celtics. But I think I just want to run a scenario past you real quick. So regardless of what the Celtics do tomorrow, it's a question out there as to do they play their primary guys or they resting their guys so when they get to the play-in tournament, they're good. So there's nothing they can really gain by going all out with the game against us.
Pretty much everybody's out besides Tatum. They have Thompson out, they have Kemba out, they have Smart out, and somebody else. I forget who. Yeah.
Brown was already out for injury.
Yeah, Brown, that was it.
So we've come to the synopsis that this is going to be, people see this as a gimme game because they're playing basically their bench.
Could be a trap though.
It could be a trap, and that was my point. That was my point. So we can't go into this game just thinking this. Oh, you wrestling all these people, so this should be an automatic win.
They just destroyed the Timberwolves, like beat them by like 30 or something like that. Actually, it might have been like 20 because they put it in their bench to fourth quarter. But either way, they destroyed them.
Exactly.
There is a point that Uncle Freezy made that I feel like I disagree with. And I wasn't going to say it, but it's been pulling at my heart.
Let it out, Ken. Let it out. It's okay.
I disagree wholeheartedly that not everyone in the New York Knicks have done everything in their power to keep Derrick Rose healthy. Because I believe that Tom Thibodeau has done the exact opposite. I think at every twist and turn, Tom Thibodeau's like, I don't care if I run you into the ground. I'm going to get this win.
Has he been healthy, though?
Has he been healthy, though?
That is contrary to the topic. You said they have done everything in their power to keep him healthy. Regardless of whether he's been healthy or not is a separate conversation. Is the fact that Tom Thibodeau hasn't done everything in Derrick Rose's best interest to keep him healthy.
Hey, Kev,
Because he's been healthy doesn't mean that Tom Thibodeau has done everything in his best interest to keep him that way.
Kev, let's get off
playing Derrick Rose
wrong.
40 minutes a game is not doing everything in Derrick Rose's best interest to keep him healthy when he legit. And Tom Thibodeau basically came out and following games that we kept him out for health issues because I know I played him too much the last game.
Hey, so Daryl Pemberton said, buckle your seatbelts. Here comes the Hoodie Kev Tom Thibodeau hit. For random, all it took is for one. Hoodie Kev was grabbing at straws and he found one.
I didn't know. You said the New York Knicks. I congratulate the Knicks for doing everything in their power to keeping Derrick Rose healthy. And when you said that, at that moment, I was like, I don't think Tom Thibodeau has.
And so there was.
If Tom Thibodeau had children, he would sacrifice his children for wins.
So what? You want a winner, right? You want a winner. Don't question how they win. You can't have it both ways, Kev. You can't say, I want a winner, and then you bring in a winner, and then you question the way that they win.
Okay, Jack Nicholson. But here's the thing.
I knew he was going to say that. I knew he was going to make that reference. I could hear it. Oh, go ahead, Kev.
I don't want you on that wall. I don't need you on that wall.
Okay. All right. I'm saying, how do we get back to A Few Good Men? How did we get back to a fictional movie again?
It was just, you left it right there on the platter.
I knew it.
You even doubled up with the next sentence. And I was like, I can't pass this. I can't pass it up.
Hey, so Kev, a drill sergeant asked me one time, no lie. And my uncle who served in Vietnam, he had PTSD before we knew what the term PTSD was, right?
Really was, yep.
Yep. He would tell me these stories and things about the stuff he did. Like one time he went into a village and had to blow up a village. And he's a demolition expert in the Marines. And he said that he set his thing and blah, blah, blah. I ain't gonna get too graphic. But anyway, him and his squad had a timer and they took off. And once they set the timer, they took off running. And there was an explosion, and a guy from the back of his squad flew by him, right, in the air, And he turned around to see what happened, and he got hit by a body part in the face, right? And I ain't going to get too graphic with it, right? And then 8 months later, he was on Ocean Avenue drinking a beer with his friends, right? And so he told me, how in the world can a man go through that, and then the military sent him home? So you know what happened? A month later, he re-enlisted in the Marines because he could not function
in a normal day environment.
Right. He could not function as a civilian. At that point in his life, he couldn't function as a civilian. He had to go back because he knew he was not a civilian. Right? Right? I just said that to say this. So Unc used to tell me all this stuff, right? And I used to sit there and I used to listen to what Unc had to say. And then it came my turn in the late 80s. You know what I'm saying? It was nothing going on in my neighborhood, nothing. I joined the military, wasn't nothing going on. It was right after the Iran-Contra stuff. That was the most things you saw about them, you know what I'm saying? So it was my turn. I joined the military. I was like, hey, ain't nothing going on. I'm going to do these 4 years. And I'm going to come back home. I'm going to be a lawyer. You know what I'm saying? I'm going to go to school. I got the money. You know what I'm saying? I'm going to just do 1,000 years later. 1,000 years later, that thing I said when I was 18 wound up not being true. Right? Yep. So anyway, the point that I'm getting at is, let's talk about the Atlanta Hawks defense. Talk about the Atlanta Hawks defense.
Just one of that whole diatribe.
Yes. Yes, because what you said, right? What you said about Tom Thibodeau and Derrick Rose doesn't make sense.
How does it not make sense?
Because
you don't want it to?
No, because as a New York Knick, Derrick Rose didn't encounter many physical injuries. The only time he was out was because of COVID. He missed one game because of an ankle sprain.
What
and Thibodeau, to be clear, Thibodeau said that there wasn't really ankle sprain, that he just wanted him to rest.
Right.
That's what he came back and said.
Why?
He wanted him to have rest.
Why? Because
so randomly he just wanted him to rest after he played him 40 minutes in the game. It just so happened he wanted him to rest.
You have to listen injury, Kev. You have to listen injury to get somebody out. You can't say rest.
You can't just exactly.
But listen to what I'm saying. Y'all not hearing.
We hear you. We hear you. But what G-Money, I'm sorry, I said G-Money. G-Man for life. What G-Man for life said, counters your argument and you won't back down. You're wrong.
How am I wrong?
I said the Knicks have because you won't listen.
I am listening.
You won't listen. You can't listen.
G-Man literally spoke to my point.
G-Man for life. What I learned in the course of adulthood is you can't have both your mouth and your ears open at the same time.
That's a fact. That is a true fact. Or you are at this position to where if someone is talking, you're not listening to what I'm talking about. You're just waiting for your chance to respond.
Right. Exactly. So G-Man for life said Derrick Rose didn't have an injured ankle. Tom Thibodeau sat him out for rest. Hoodie Kev, and I'm saying this backwards now. I'm saying this in reverse order. G-Man for life said Tom Thibodeau said Derrick Rose didn't have an ankle injury. He sat him out for rest. Hoodie Kev said, how is it that the Knicks did everything they can to keep Derrick Rose healthy? I said the Knicks have done everything in their power to keep Derrick Rose healthy. Now I'm going to say it in regular order. I said the Knicks did everything in their power to keep Derrick Rose healthy. Hoodie Kev said, I disagree. Uncle Freezy is wrong. How can you say that they did everything in their power to keep Derrick Rose healthy? G-Man for life said, it wasn't an ankle sprain. Tom Thibodeau gave Derrick Rose the day off to rest. So how is it that Hoodie Kev come up with this point after G-Man for life verified what I said?
First off, let's get some stuff clarified. I said what Tom Thibodeau said in his press conference. I said what Derrick Rose was really out for. Right. G-Man repeated that as if he made up that by himself. Like I literally didn't say that a minute earlier. So my question is this. Is it, I don't know, a coincidence that Derrick Rose needed a game of rest or needed a day of rest after he played 40 minutes in the game? Is that a coincidence or is that just, let's just give him this day of the rest?
Because they're taking all the precautions they can, like you say he's not.
Right. What are you talking about, Kev?
You're missing the point.
Kev, you kicking your own self in the rump.
No.
You're kicking your own self in the rump and it looks weird.
Okay, because obviously I can't make a turn and then go back. I got to stay on the line because y'all just don't get it. So let me just put it out there for you. If Derrick Rose didn't play 40 minutes, he wouldn't have needed the next game to rest.
Not true. So not true. So not true. So not true. So this is what we do, right? And Kev is gonna have to watch his back because I'm not gonna wait for him to put his headphones back on. But I'm glad you did. So this is what I'm gonna say.
This is absurd.
No. See, this is why I'm up at 2:00 in the morning right now for these type of discussions. Listen, what you just did is you took an event and you molded that event to meet your narrative. That doesn't make it right.
Right.
That's the point of view. That's what you just did. So the fact that Derrick Rose had a 40-minute game, and all of a sudden we got to have him sit for the next day. How about this narrative right here? How about as a coaching staff, as an organization, we realize that the people that we have out on the court, we want them in pristine condition for the next game that we play.
Right.
So I have seen with my own eyes, my eye test tells me when Derrick Rose is on the court, we are a better basketball team. Now, granted, this is before we knew what Burks was going to be. Because that game that Derrick Rose set out, that was Burks' first game back. So we didn't know what Burks was going to be.
Right.
So what he did, now think about this for a minute. Think about what you just said and think about what I'm about to say.
I don't know what you're about to say, but I'm waiting because I already got my counter.
Okay. See what I said, Freezy? See what I said, Freezy? See what I said, Freezy?
Right. Right.
Exactly. But you know what? I'm going to go here. Here we go. Tom Thibodeau and the coaching staff made a conscious decision to sit Derrick Rose the game prior to who we just played. Not the game. Not
San Antonio or
the San Antonio game. So before knowing what Burks' outcome would be, what his potential contribution would be to the game, Tom Thibodeau said, you know what, I'm gonna take a chance because I need for this dude right here to be at his optimum operating level going into the game. So I really don't need him. I think that we can kind of get by without him, but I want him to, because we don't know what Derrick Rose is going through. You know, he might have came to coach and said, hey, listen, me and my wife just got in a fight. I ain't had sleep in about 5 hours. I need some rest. You know what I'm saying? I just need some time to get my mind. We don't know what these guys go through, right? But that's all irrelevant. The relevant point here is the coaching staff understands their players. They understand when they need to rest and when they don't need to rest. Right. Tom Thibodeau has not deferred from how many minutes he plays people that he plays when they're necessary. That has been one concept for him. We may not always agree with the amount of minutes that these guys play. We may think that they should come out of the game before he pulls them out of the game.
Right.
But guess what? We are the number 4 seed in the Eastern Conference for the NBA Finals, based on what this coaching staff and this team has done.
And we definitely don't have the 4th best talent.
And we don't. That's a good point.
I'm going to ask you a question. In your opinion, you're not around the team, but in your opinion, should Derrick Rose be playing 40 minutes a game?
But he does. He played one game. Name me one game.
That's not what I'm asking. Was it one game? Was it 10 games? Was it 50 games?
Okay.
Derrick Rose, at this stage in his career, given what he's been through, be playing 40 minutes a game.
What kind of question is that?
A straightforward question.
No, that's a whole bunch of hyperboles and innuendos and assumptions, right? Yeah, because I cannot tell you what that man's body is capable of doing. Let me paint a picture for you, Kev, real quick, right?
Okay.
So here we go.
I didn't think it was that deep of a question, but okay, here we go.
No, it's not that difficult of a question because it's an opinionated question. So
you asking your opinion.
My opinion is that,
and I said I know you're not a doctor or around the team.
Okay.
But from looking at the outside
and
understanding what Derrick Rose has physically been through in his career.
Oh my God, Kev.
You know
what stretch? No. At what stretch this season did Derrick Rose play 40 minutes a game?
So
because if you point out the stretch of games that Derrick Rose played 40 minutes a game, then we will jump on that question that you just mentioned.
He's never.
But if Derrick Rose only played 40 minutes in one game, then why are we even talking about this?
Because I've seen Derrick Rose at 35 minutes, 36 minutes, 34 minutes,
and it's not 40.
I don't think he should play more than 25 minutes.
And it's not 40. No matter what you said just now, those numbers are not 40.
No, you played 40 minutes. This is what I know.
Here's the other thing too. Here's the other thing too, G-Man for life, because what Hoodie Kev is doing is shading Tom Thibodeau so he can get back to talking about Kevin Knox, and we ain't about to go down that road. Yes, it is. All roads. We are too smart. We are too smart for this, Hoodie Kev. You're not gonna foxtrot us,
and I have.
You are not going to foxtrot us.
I have so much
in order to.
But what I can say right now is that is the dumbest thing I've ever heard.
Kev, you think you slick?
What I said,
you bashed Tibbs in order for us to get back to talking about Kevin Knox.
I'm asking you.
So here's the thing.
Stop doing that.
G-Man for life.
Absolutely nothing to do with Kevin Knox. Absolutely nothing.
Whatever.
And so I'm asking you to stop saying that.
Kev.
Because this point
what you're doing is psychotic.
Has nothing to do with Kevin Knox. Nothing at all.
You said that already, right? How many times you got to say it? Because this is starting to border on psychosis. Because you just said the same point 4 times in less than a minute.
Yes,
And-
because you're gonna keep going down this road
Right,
about how I'm
and-
trying to connect it.
right,
You
right.
haven't stopped. You're gonna keep going down this road. So I keep gotta say, stop it, don't do it.
Yeah, so this is what they call psychosis, right? It
Not
is.
psychosis.
Yeah. It is. It's in the American Book of Medicine. Something. I saw it when I went to the So I graduated from the Criminal Justice Academy in the year 2000, right? And I heard this word, and I was like, psychosis. What does that mean? Does that mean somebody crazy? And the lady was like, no, it doesn't mean people are crazy. It means they think about a thing a certain way that's different from the rest of the culture. They think about this thing and they won't let it go, like a dog on a bone. They can't let it go. They think about this thing different, and they think everybody else can't get it. But they are the one that thinks this certain way, right? That's what it is. So what I'm telling Kev is,
What way
is
am I
this,
thinking?
bro? Are you serious? So
Yes.
what I'm saying is this. You said Derrick Rose played a bunch of minutes in one game, and then he sat out the next game. If Tom Thibodeau and the Knicks coaching staff were negligent, they would have played him 40 minutes in one game and then played him 40 minutes in the next game. But they didn't. They sat him down for rest. That means the point. That means the point.
After they ran him out there for 40 minutes. They knew he wasn't right because they ran him out there for 40 minutes, knew he wasn't right.
So they sat him down.
Case in point, I'll give you an example.
Wait. You said they played him all those minutes. So the next game, they sat him down.
They knew he wasn't right in that game.
No. So they sat him down.
When? Not in the game he wasn't right. Derrick Rose wasn't right in the game. He played 40 minutes.
So you are not going to admit that he played a bunch of minutes in one game and then missed the next game for rest. You are not going to admit that, even though we know that's a fact.
Yes, that's what happened. But
you're saying that they are not responsible because they sat him down for rest the next game.
They're not responsible because they should have sat him down earlier in the game where he played 40 minutes and wasn't right. That's what makes him negligent. And then they try to make up for it by sitting him the next game. But the damage had already been done.
So they made a responsible action.
The responsible action should have been sitting him down when he got hurt in the game he played 40 minutes. That would have been responsible action.
Bro, you just got something against Tibbs.
So you just don't understand because you just don't want to understand.
Right,
like what I'm saying is not crazy. Clearly you saw Derrick Rose hobbling. You saw him hobbling in the game.
I don't know. I don't know. Bro.
I got one question. One question. Kev, have you ever got up and gone to work when you were sick?
I do. I can't.
Have you ever got up and gone to work when you were sick?
No.
That means you've never been at work sick.
If I'm incapable of doing my job, I'm not going to do it.
That's not what I said, Kev. That's not what I said.
No.
My question was, if you were sick, have you ever been to work sick?
No.
Okay. All right.
Me, myself, no.
Okay. That was my question. We can move on to the next topic. That was all.
I want to bring up a point. And this is what I mean by Tom Thibodeau being negligent, right? And Freezy said this to himself, and he knows it is. So if he goes back on, if he says something different, I will. Woo.
Hoodie Kev has an axe to grind against Tibbs because he won't play Knox.
This has nothing to do with Kevin Knox. The only person that brings up Kevin Knox is Uncle Freezy. Uncle Freezy is the only one that brings up Kevin Knox.
Is a bum.
So, anyways,
y'all just trolling him at this point.
That's what I'm saying. That's what Uncle Freezy is doing.
I'm not. I'm not.
This got nothing to do with that.
I'm not trolling Kev. So, I know what. See, I've been around Hoodie Kev from the beginning, and so I understand when the meltdown is coming. See, I didn't see the meltdowns before. At first,
meltdown when you bring it up.
No, at
That's
first,
the only time I do it.
The more you be around Hoodie Kev, the earlier you can recognize when the meltdown is coming. Right, because what it starts like for instance, for instance, who in this universe, in the Blorange Tears universe, criticizes the small forwards more than Hoodie Kev? Who has an axe to grind against Alec Burks and Reggie Bullock more than Hoodie Kev? Right? And so he criticizes them in front of y'all, and y'all are thinking like, oh yeah, he got a point. Alec Burks did miss that one shot when he was open. You know what I'm saying?
This
and
had nothing to do. This is what Freezy. This is the psychological warfare that Freezy is playing with everybody in the
But
chat.
he's talking about Derrick Rose, isn't
Because I'm talking about Derrick Rose.
Okay.
Who plays the point
I'll
guard
tell you what.
position, who
I'll tell
plays
you what.
the point
I'll
guard
tell you
position.
what. And
And
I'll
then
tell you
Uncle
what.
Freezy's like, I just
So
want to
we've been
bring up
off for
Kevin
about
Knox.
2 hours, and he's criticizing Tibbs, right? In 30 minutes, when he starts talking about Kevin Knox, for Duke and Sharon, you owe me a RJ Barrett jersey.
If I start talking about Kevin Knox in 30,
And
I promise you,
Duke
this
and
happened the
Sharon,
other
I
night.
want my jersey too.
And
I got
G-Man
one
for
here
Life
that's
was
only for
G-Man
me.
for Life was on the show. We was on the show for like an hour and 40 minutes. Kevin Knox's name wasn't brought up one time. Uncle Freezy popped on like, stop, because you talk about Kevin Knox. G-Man for Life did that not happen. Hold on. G-Man for Life did that not just happen like a couple days ago.
So Uncle Freezy did then what he's doing now. He what he did then, he called an intervention because he said the same thing then that he's saying now, that you can see the path that you were going down.
There's
But that
no
did happen.
path. We were on for an hour and 40 minutes. The words Kevin or Knox were not even brought up one time, weren't even going down that direction. Uncle Freezy popped in and was like, are you talking about Kevin Knox? And I was sitting here like,
Because
what are you talking about?
you want to hear the Knox at Night podcast, bro.
This is not, no, because again, I was talking about Derrick Rose. Derrick Rose, who play, you can't say I'm criticizing the small forward position because Derrick Rose doesn't play the small forward position. So I don't know how this could be tied into the man who wears number 20.
Here, let me explain it.
Now,
You were talking about Thibodeau,
no,
okay?
stop.
And you hate
So
Thibodeau
here's the thing.
because of Knox,
So
okay? Let's be
this
real.
is what we're going to do.
Exactly.
Uncle Freezy, I'm going to make up a point about the negligence that Tom Thibodeau has in reference to Derrick Rose.
Okay.
The other guy, I think it's in San Antonio. Excuse me. Emmanuel quickly was in the game, stinking up the joint.
He pulled him out, sat him on the bench.
Uncle Freezy, let me ask you a question. What did Tom Thibodeau?
No, because this ain't a job interview.
So
I'm not. No, you ain't interviewing me.
I'm saying for you.
No. This is not. You are not a detective, bro. You are not a detective.
It's on live. You can see it coming out of his mouth. You ain't got to be a detective for that. Uncle Freezy's trying to. No, this is what Uncle Freezy's doing. He knows that everything is against him
if
right
you
now.
have a point,
trying to stop it because I got him, and he does not
If you
want
have
to
a
admit
point,
that he's
make it.
got. So let me go ahead and finish getting him. Tom Thibodeau said, "What are you doing out there? I thought you told me you were good." That is what Tom Thibodeau said to Emmanuel quickly when he pulled him out the game. He said, "What are you doing? I thought you told me you were good."
How do you know this? You were on the bench?
Jesus Christ, the man.
And he did. And I ain't gonna lie to you. I ain't gonna lie. So I did hear Tibbs scream at Quickly. He was hot because Quickly wasn't physically able to move. Right, like the dude went around quickly.
Yeah, he was.
He was hurt. Yeah. Right, and so Tibbs was like, "Man, what the f you doing? You told me you was good," and he snatched him out the game. And Quickly didn't go back in the game until like
that's the medical staff and Emmanuel Quickly.
Yeah, well, I mean, I don't know. I don't know. I'm not judging the situation. All I'm saying is, you know, To me, I don't care either way. It's just the fact that I think. Yeah, well, I don't want to speculate. How about I just say that?
Yeah, there you go.
I don't want to speculate.
Oh, Kev, appear on the screen. Oh, you're lagging. That's why.
Kev,
dude just magically appeared back.
Kev,
I mean, you got trolls in the world.
Listen, Kev,
and then you just got. I don't know. I just
Yeah,
the man clearly said it on camera, and he just came out his mouth and said, "Oh, how would you know? Were you there?"
Yeah.
And I legit started off. I said, "This all Tom Thibodeau said."
Kev, you about to blow a gasket, brother. Calm down.
G-Man.
Don't worry, the chat got your back on that one.
Good Lord.
Yeah. See, do you see what I'm talking about the meltdown? See, the meltdown is it's start off and then it gets to a crescendo where it's like the meltdown.
This is like nuclear proportions right here. We about to take out more than city blocks. We about to take out nations and whatnot. Kev.
He mad because there was a line at the Huddle House.
The Waffle House.
Oh, the Waffle House. I'm sorry.
I'm just saying, when you have people who just want to hate just for hating, and the facts is right there in their face, and then facts hit you in your face, and you're like, "Oh, okay."
I'm not hating.
I didn't say you. I wasn't talking about you.
Well, my job
is talking about you at all.
On the bench for that's exactly what he said. You weren't there to hear that.
And
then on those lines, but it's probably not exactly what happened. You can't blame that on Thibs. You can blame it on the medical staff. You can blame it on Manuel Quickly. You can't blame that on Thibs.
Nah, but he was just stating what he said, and you automatically said how.
The thing about it is, Tom Thibodeau actually said those words. Those words came out of Tom Thibodeau's mouth.
He said it. He screamed it. You couldn't help but hear it on the microphone.
No, I didn't hear it then. That's my bad. I didn't hear it.
He said it.
I saw him yelling. I didn't hear him. I didn't see what he said.
Hey, Kev, guess what? So Vids just admitted that he was wrong. That is a novel concept. I wonder if more people did it, if the conversations would be more robust.
It would be. Saying. I wish people would actually come out and admit they were wrong. We wouldn't be having these issues.
Yeah. So
hey, did you hear that, bro? Man, I'm admit I'm wrong. I never said I was right. I just said I didn't see it.
Yeah, he didn't see it, and then he asked you. He was like, "You sure that's what he?" Because he didn't see it, so he asked you, and you melted down.
No, he didn't. That wasn't that was a statement.
No, he didn't. No, that was a
statement. This is what I said. You can go back. This is what I said. I said you weren't there on the bench. Are you sure that's what he said?
That is a question.
And then everyone in the chat said, "Yes, that's what he said."
Yeah, that was
people on the panel said, "Yes, that's what he said."
What do you want me to say?
But Kev, he asked you a question, and so we should move on from this because this is on. Because I want to talk about Atlanta's defense, right?
Freezy, on record now. I want you to tell me if you go back and look at the timestamp. When did you start saying we want to talk about Atlanta's defense?
Oh man, y'all, this was like at least 30 minutes ago. At least 30 minutes. Because
30 minutes ago, I joined the thing on YouTube right when you started saying that.
Yeah, and so what I wanted to do is get somebody else's input on Atlanta's defense. And no disrespect to G-Man and Hoodie, but I wanted to ask Ethan and Duke about Atlanta's D. Like for instance, we all know that Atlanta has been drafting wing defenders for years. Like they drafted Herter, they drafted Reddish, they drafted Hunter. Yeah, for this situation right here, right? Not for regular season, not for they didn't draft like guys so that they can become NBA All-Stars, but they knew they had a franchise point guard that couldn't defend, right? That but was a prolific offensive player. And so they drafted the defenders / playmakers. Like Herter is a defender and shooter. Reddish is a borderline defender, playmaker. Hunter is a defender / scorer, if you will. But they knew that they would need to have guys and reinforcements coming off the bench and starting in order to help this team get to the next level. How does the addition of Reddish, Hunter, Herter, and Capella, and what's the other guy named? The guy Kongwu, help Atlanta's defense in a playoff series against the Knicks? And Gallinari. Yeah, how does that? Yeah, especially for veteran leadership.
Bogdanovich.
Yeah. Yep. So how does their defensive personnel line up against the Knicks offense in a 7-game series?
So I actually think about it this way. They've never been fully healthy this whole year. with all their wings. So if you think about it, with Reddish, Hunter, Herter, Bogdanovich, and Gallo, that's 5 wings who can easily be playing over 25 minutes a game. And then you're going to have to find minutes for all of them. I don't think Herter and Gallo are that good of defenders anymore. And Hunter's just getting back from injury, and Reddish is still injured. So I don't really know how their defense is going to play out. I think that the biggest X factor in that series is going to be Bogdanovich, because he can be prolific at times.
A prolific scorer at times.
Yep.
Okay. Hey, Duke, what you think? Guess he disappeared.
Muted.
Yeah, he said he'll be right back.
Oh, okay. So how I see this thing playing out is, if the Knicks play with pace, their own pace, not Atlanta's pace, if the Knicks play at their pace, the physicality of the game is going to beat Atlanta into submission. And we saw it in 2 games where every loose ball, we're diving, putting our bodies on them. Every time they go to the basket, we're putting bodies on them. Every time they go to the basket, shots are contested. Their bigs, we're bringing in reinforcement on their bigs. Their bigs are undersized bigs. They don't have
Capella.
Yeah, they don't have a Joel Embiid sized big that can, physically dominate our team, so to speak.
Capella can dominate Noel.
Yeah. And what I mean is overall, like the bodies that they have is what I'm getting at. Like, they're not going to physically wear us down on the interior like a Valanciunas could, or a Vucevic could, or an Embiid could. You know what I mean? They play mobile basketball. Like their bigs are agile and athletic.
They're hell of a cutters. Their bigs can cut to the basket better than most bigs in the league.
Right. And what people sleep on is they are exceptional at keeping offensive possessions alive off misses.
Capella.
Yeah, they can. I think that Capella leads the NBA in offensive rebounding. I'm not sure. I know somebody we played, and I don't know, that sounds so
Mitch
random.
was top 3 before he got injured, I think.
Right. And so what happens, my fear is, if y'all remember how the Raptors beat us earlier in the year, the Kevin Knox game. I have to call it the Kevin Knox game because it was a game in Tampa when Kevin Knox kind of got off a little bit. How Tampa beat us in that game was not that they could run off effective offense, but when they missed, there were scrambles to the ball, and dudes named Chris Boucher beat us to the offensive rebound and kicked it out to wide open 3-point shooters that didn't participate in the offensive rebounding, stayed out of the wash and just spotted up in case they got the offensive rebound. Like Fred VanVleet got 4. The 4 3-pointers that Fred VanVleet hit, you could not be more wide open in an NBA basketball game. And it's because in a scramble where the ball is tipped around, the bigs are fighting for the ball, and a dude named Chris Boucher.
They had 31 second chance points that night.
Yeah. And a guy named Siakam could get to an offensive rebound that was tipped all the way out to the top of the key and pass the ball 100 feet to a wide open, or not 100 feet, but 50 feet to a wide open Fred VanVleet in a corner, wide open because he didn't participate in the scramble. But once he saw that, he ran to a wide open spot, set his feet, took the pass, and knocked open a 3-pointer as if he was in the gym by himself. They couldn't get into offense. They could not get into offense. Our defense was that good against them. But the fact that they got offensive rebounds and knocked down wide open threes, is the thing that I fear against Atlanta.
That was such a weird game against the Raptors because Siakam didn't play because he was suspended, and we shot 3
right. Yeah, you're right.
And we shot 3 for 36 from downtown.
You're right. That's the matter of fact. You are right. That's the game that he got suspended for coach.
Yelling at the coach.
Yeah. You're right. You're absolutely right. Right. My fault for even bringing up Siakam. That's the game. They were on a losing streak, and they didn't know how to use Siakam. He was struggling. He yelled at the coach, and they sat him down for a conduct detriment to the team. You're right.
Yeah, they were 0-4, I think.
Right. But that's what I fear. I fear that Atlanta is going to have these games where they get multiple attempts at 3-pointers, and nothing deflates a team on defense like playing 2 minutes in a possession. And 2 minutes doesn't sound long for one possession, but bro, when you make them force them up a bad shot, they shoot it, get the offensive rebound, and reset, get another shot. They miss, they get an offensive rebound again, bring it out, you know what I'm saying, and then get another shot and then miss and get the offensive. There's nothing more deflating to a defense than not being able to get a defensive rebound to end the possession, because you have to get a defensive rebound to end a possession, because if you don't, that means the other team made a basket. Right.
And not to bring up this one thing, but we've been praising Noel, and I've been doing that too because he's been playing really well. In the game against San Antonio, we allowed 50 points in the paint.
Yeah, that kind of goes back to my ice pick and roll thing that I was talking about earlier, though.
Yeah.
Would you want to know the thing about, I think, with the pick and roll is that if we had Mitch in the series against Atlanta, it would be so much better because Mitch's length would cover up over the top against Capella, so the pick and roll wouldn't be coming in a lot easier. But it depends, because Quickly will get eaten up by Trae Young. Alfred Payton gets eaten up by the pick and roll, and Derrick Rose can't stick with Trae Young. So the only player I think that can guard the pick and roll that's a point guard is probably going to be Frank. And nobody, and I.
Yes, no. We did good on Trae Young, but he just missed some easy shots.
But Trae Young had 20 points and 14 assists in 25 minutes.
That's true, but he was also inefficient. He was like 6 for 22 with those, something like that.
Yeah, but he was still playmaking a lot. So I'm just saying, if he's next time, he might make his shots.
A lot of those, like I said earlier, it was due to the ice pick and roll where Noel would come up and then Capella would be left wide open in the dunker spot. But yeah, no, you're right. That is true.
Okay, Fraser, I'll let me ask you a question.
This is not a job interview, bro. What's happening?
I mean, I'm gonna let your opinion on something. What is your opinion on Nate McMillan as a coach? Because the coaches are going to, if you're going to say that Tom Thibodeau is going to play an adjustment, play a major role, then you got to say that Nate McMillan, who I think we can all agree has not had the playoff success. The man is coaching the league as long as he would like to have. Well, how do you think that he's going to handle this series? I guess this is for everyone.
What's the question again, Kev?
About McMillan?
How do you feel like Nate McMillan is going to handle this series? Because Nate McMillan is going to play a big part.
Better than Lloyd Pierce.
Oh, he's much better than Lloyd.
Lloyd Pierce's rotations were one of the worst I've ever seen. So he'll probably make good rotations, and his defensive scheme will be a lot better. Because if you remember, he in the first round of the playoffs, him and Oladipo took LeBron to a Game 7. So I think that he's actually been a solid coach.
His offense has really changed, though, on Atlanta. I mean, on Indiana, it was much more so it was more so an ISO kind of offense and just give it to the guy who's hot. Whereas Atlanta, it's a lot more pick and rolls through Trae Young and getting it to the open shooter, Capella in the dunker spot. It's a lot different. It's a little more modern here. So I don't know if I can really go off his Indiana tape and say that's how he's going to play versus us, you know?
Right. Right. I can see that.
That was it.
Yeah, and
Okay.
I wanna say something because we were talking about Mitch a few minutes ago. Salute, Rob. What's good? Since we were talking about Mitch a few minutes ago, he posted on Instagram earlier, and he was 272 pounds, and coming into the season he was 240. So I thought that was interesting because he gained 32 pounds, and
What?
that's insane.
What?
And he said it was muscle and like fat at the same time, but 32 pounds. That's
That
wild.
is crazy. That is
I'm
crazy.
interested in like how that's gonna affect his game.
A lot of it's probably fat from him not running, though. To be fair.
Yeah, man.
Nah, he said weight room got me
No,
fat.
he said weight room.
Well,
Weight
yeah,
room.
probably that too, though.
That's confusing me.
Because if you think about it, he might not be able to run a lot, so he might just be in the weight room just pushing gains.
Yeah.
Playing with y'all.
I think he trolling. I think he trolling
Yeah, he trolling.
because
No, he's not. He literally showed himself like on it.
Yeah, he's not no 272. He's not 272.
And the weight room, cold steel, hey, still don't make you fat.
It don't.
You know what I'm saying? Because and I don't want to get in biomechanics and all that stuff, but lifting weights burns fat or proteins. It's the reason why we ask soldiers to do push-ups and stuff, because it burns, it helps speed anyway. Yeah, I don't know what Mitch is talking about. Yeah,
but he could lift weights before. The cardio is going to kill him, is what I'm saying. The fact that he can't run.
Man, Mitch is playing with y'all.
Yeah, man.
Guaranteed, Mitch is playing. He ain't weighing no 272 pounds nowhere.
Unless
he got the weights tied to
a lot
him.
of fat, I assume.
If he got the weights tied to him, Mitch only been out about 7 weeks, and he gained 40 pounds. Ain't no way he didn't do that over the summer.
It's not 40. I mean, it's 30. It looked like he gained like when he came back the first time.
Sharon, how old are you?
I'm 17.
Yeah, I know. I can tell. It ain't nowhere in the world he did that.
I ain't gonna.
It was just confusing. That's what I thought.
Yeah, it's confusing to us too.
It's like now real talk though. His body, Mitch's body is not built like that. You know, he 240 and to put on 30 pounds in 7 weeks. Only the way you're doing that if you taking steroids.
Yeah, or some kind of weird fluid retention.
If you look at his body, his length is just too much. He won't be able to fill out his body until he's at least 26. With bodies like that, it'll take a while for you to fill that out. He's 7 foot with a 7'8" wingspan. His body doesn't look like it's changed since his rookie year, but you could see a little bit more density. It'll take him a while to gain a lot.
Yeah.
That's why he's trolling.
Because when you get in the weight room, bro, when you get in the weight room, you basically what it is muscle repair. You get in the weight room and you shred muscle, and your muscles get bigger by repairing. Yeah, exactly. By tearing up old muscles and your muscle repairing itself over the top of itself. That's how you gain mass. So if Mitch is like he getting fat, I don't know if that's weight room. It's something strange. But then again, these guys have access to stuff that we have no idea that may even exist. You know what I'm saying? I'm talking about guys I know that are bodybuilders and such. And you know what I'm saying, that dabble in it. You know what I'm saying? And they get in the weight room and you can see them add muscle, and it's not, fat or whatever. But man, if Mitch is 270, we are in trouble, bro. We are in trouble. G-Man, if Mitch is 270, we gotta let Mitch walk out the door, bro.
Absolutely.
Drummond is 270.
Right. Andre Drummond is 270. Zion is 270.
Wait, I just saw another thing, like on the
at the end of the day, you are not, your body is your body, right? So you get these guys to go in the weight room and all they do is work on upper body, right? Upper body.
Right.
And you may come in swole or whatnot, but basketball is a game of cardio. So you're not a football player. You don't have to shuck someone off of you to get free. Your legs and your wind is what's going to carry you through the game.
Yep.
So if you adding all this weight, first of all, how was your cardio before you started adding weight? And then you start putting weight on, that's decreasing your cardio because he ain't running right now.
Right.
He's not running.
He can't. He
So,
can't because he got a
It
broken
was on
foot.
a Knicks page on Instagram.
Okay.
Someone reposted him doing it, and then he actually replied in the comments because someone said, "I hope it's not fat." He said it's not fat.
Okay. Okay.
Yeah,
Yeah,
on
man.
his Instagram, he said, "Oh, I'm not going to say the word; it's a curse word." But he says, "Weight room got me fat, and it's an electric scale, so it's hard to fix those. So unless he's got like a 30-pound weight behind that, I don't know, man. It's a little sketchy."
I don't think it's a troll. I don't unless that weight is just hasn't been updated.
Yeah, I don't know.
Because I don't think it's a troll. It doesn't seem like a troll.
Oh, okay. Okay. Man, y'all got me nervous, bro. Y'all got me, man. You got me nervous now about Mitch, man. You know what I'm
Mitch
saying?
need to gain weight anyway.
If
Yeah,
Mitch telling you that
because-
if Mitch telling you he 270, what Mitch is telling you is that my foot is broken, I can't run. I'm sitting on at the house all day,
Yeah,
and
he
I
said,
can't move.
Eating
yeah,
chips.
But that's not his. That will not be his playing weight.
right.
So
Because-
if he's 270, he's not coming back this year.
Right. If he 270, he ain't coming back. And y'all will probably remember this. Remember when we got Mitch? Mitch struggled to get to 240. When we found out Mitch was 240, we were like, yeah, Mitch finally put on weight. You know what I'm saying? And to say that he gained 30 pounds, yeah, man, I'm concerned. I'm concerned, man. Yeah.
What's the concern?
The guy goes from a guy that can't put on weight to a guy that's overweight.
But you got a broken foot. You can't run.
But big dog, you can get in the pool. There's other ways to do cardio.
Yeah, but they probably saying that with a broken foot, they probably didn't want him in the pool yet.
Good point. Good point.
I don't know about that because Kevin Durant tore his Achilles, and in the next week he was in the pool putting up shots.
Yeah.
Kevin Durant weighed 155.
So can
you know.
So Duke, how do you feel about Atlanta's defense against the Knicks offense? That's what I wanted to ask you about.
Well, it's not guaranteed that we playing them right now.
Yeah, at the moment it is guaranteed.
Actually, yeah, it's pretty much.
No, if New York lose and Miami win and Atlanta win, we go back to 6.
Yeah, and if we win and
this is not a done deal, y'all.
If we win and Miami somehow loses,
we have to win.
Miami. Oh no, we actually don't know. We verse them either way, but we just need to win. That's the only thing.
Yeah, we need to win this to make this matchup
They don't have
work.
anyone playing tomorrow, and they're probably gonna rest Tatum and
Yeah.
Fournier. They said because there's no point. They have to play in on the 22nd. They can't lose their spot.
Right. Right. And then plus two, have y'all noticed how hot Evan Fournier is after COVID? Remember Evan Fournier looked like a bust in that trade after COVID.
It
was only 2 second-round picks, so I don't even think that was that bad.
Nah, he's been playing good.
No, I'm saying here lately though. He's been back to himself. Yeah.
But I didn't really understand that trade because why would you go get a shooting guard when you drafted Neesmith? It was like Danny Ainge just trying to waste his draft picks again.
Yeah,
because Naismith is not ready.
Right, Neesmith is not.
Yeah, he's not ready.
But he's about to play. He's gonna play 30 minutes tomorrow with all them injuries.
Yeah,
but just due to injury.
But it's like Danny Ainge did the classic mistake, and I think the Oklahoma City Thunder are doing it. You get so many draft picks that when it comes, they're only valuable in trades.
They become spoiled.
Yeah, they lose value once you get on the clock, right? And so now they start drafting these dudes. You're like, man, what are the Celtics doing?
Plus, if you think about it, they're not about to get a big time free agent because all the stars are trying to get away from Danny Ainge because they don't respect him after what he did to Isaiah Thomas.
Right, exactly. So Boston is in a bad spot. It's the reason why what Rob the Knicks said a month ago about the Knicks and who'd you say from Boston, Rob? Was it Jaylen Brown?
Oh yeah, trying to swindle them, some out of them. Yeah, one of them.
Yeah.
Trying to get one of them.
Yeah. What he said, it made sense at the time. I don't think everybody understood where Rob the Knick was going. because at the time I was trying to clear it so Rob can talk, but people were cutting him off. Oh no, the Celtics will never do. And I was like, yo, just listen to what my man got to say. Stop jumping all over the place and listen to my man's point. My man was like, if you look at it from a common sense lens, of course, no team wants to trade away a young stud, a young proven all-star. You know what I'm saying? But then when you look at the economics of stuff, if they can't get rid of Kemba Walker's contract and they have to pay Jason Tatum, then somebody has to get out of town. Somebody, right? And so I think Rob was saying Jaylen Brown, and man, listen.
He said Jason Tatum, though, not Jaylen Brown.
You guys remember in 2017 how Danny Ainge didn't want to put a package together with one Brooklyn pick and Terry Rozier for Paul George from Indiana?
Yeah.
And then he just let go. Yeah, that was the rumor. He didn't want to give up Terry Rozier and one Boston pick and one of the Brooklyn Nets pick. That was going to be the Markelle Fultz #1 overall pick.
Right.
He didn't want to give that up for Paul George.
And it wound up backfiring.
It wound up backfiring because he kept Terry Rozier. Terry Rozier turned out to be good, but instead he took Kemba Walker and Terry Rozier went to the Hornets.
But that one pick that he traded back was Jason Tatum.
I don't think that. Here's the money for Boston is an issue. It's not Tatum. It's not Kemba. It's not Brown. Those guys can. The issue with Boston is. The issue with Boston is they thought LeBron James was still going to be in the East. And so what they did was they tried to load up on a bunch of wings and guards. And that only worked because the only team that could work against is a LeBron James team. But then LeBron James went to the West, and that left teams with bigs like Milwaukee and Philadelphia,
Miami.
And Miami. And then it's like Boston's like, well, we got all these wings and guards now. We don't have a top big to match up with now the elite in the East. That was Boston's problem right there. They just never adjusted when LeBron James left.
They could have got AD. They said no.
Yes.
AD's father said no, remember?
Oh,
That's
yeah,
true.
that's right. Yeah, you're right. That's a good point.
AD's father said no after what they did to Isaiah Thomas. He's like, I would never trust my son in that organization.
That's true.
That is right.
I don't think that because like I said, Kemba Walker signed there after the Isaiah Thomas thing. So it's not like Boston can't get anybody. They're still the Boston Celtics at the end.
What was his options were the Knicks and Boston Celtics in Charlotte, who didn't want to give him a max deal.
He could have came home.
No. He said he said this is what Kemba Walker said, and I can't remember exactly where it is right now, but he said if the Knicks had signed KD and Zion, he would have came here.
Well, and I'm on his face now.
And I'm telling Kemba Walker, so what? Goodbye.
You know the thing about Boston
I would still love to have Kemba Walker on this team right now.
No.
Wow.
No.
Love to have Kemba Walker.
No.
Okay, let me say this. I would love to have Kemba Walker and or anybody above Elfrid Payton.
Hey, but not for that money.
Does that make that situation? Does it make it seem not better?
Not for that money.
Listen, is it Rob? Is it your money? Rob, is it coming out of your pocket?
Hey, look at here. No, I say just like this.
Yes.
Here. He's got an arthritic knee.
It's coming out. It's coming out of our pocket.
No.
It's coming out of our pocket.
Yeah.
Listen, the Garden tickets are still sky high.
For this year, since we still have a lot of money, I would agree. Because we're not doing anything with the money.
Payton is worth all the complaints we give him. That's a $5 million beatdown you can get all the time.
Well, Rob, maybe we wouldn't complain if we had some players worth more than $5 million.
Oh, but look,
thought about that, Rob. Maybe we wouldn't have to complain about players if we had players worth more than $5 million.
Hey, look at here.
Here we go.
Check this out.
Buckle your
we can
seatbelt.
play about
we only complain about players because we're Knicks fans and we put them under the
No,
microscope.
Rob, you said
Look,
we get what
listen,
we paid.
listen to
No,
what I
Rob,
just said.
You said no, Rob. You came out your mouth and said we get what we paid for.
That's
How
right.
about if we pay? How about if we get players worth more? We wouldn't
Rob,
be complaining
Rob,
about
hey,
them
Rob,
being so
Rob,
cheap.
can I answer this one, Rob? Can I answer this one, Rob? Would you
Go
mind?
ahead, because he just going off for no
Yeah,
reason.
yeah,
I'm not
yeah.
going up. Rob said you get what you pay for.
Okay.
That's the essence
So
of what Rob said. He said we pay ever pay, and that's what we getting.
Right. So, hey, Kev, so listen. So the Boston Celtics are paying Kemba Walker $32 million. The New York Knicks are paying Elfrid Payton $5 million. Right?
Mm-hmm.
What team has the better record?
The New York Knicks do.
Okay, all right. Hey, Rob, you can go ahead, man. I just wanted to clarify that. Because
Okay,
one team is paying a point guard $32 million and wish they had the record that the team that is paying a point guard $5 million has.
So let me get this straight.
Go ahead,
Your
Rob.
narrative is,
go ahead, Rob. Rob, you was gonna say something?
So I don't care who jumps around. I'm gonna say
Right,
this. So the narrative is you can play one player a certain amount of money, and that is going to basically determine how many wins and losses the entire team has. Because it's Kemba Walker's fault. And Kemba Walker's alone, because Kemba Walker goes on the court by himself, I guess. The Celtics are 36 and 35.
He's played terrible this year. He's averaging 19 points per game on 42.
Oh my God,
He's
he's
not
averaging
playing
19 points a game.
He's not playing.
Oh,
He's
no,
not
oh my God, no.
Kev, you're not gonna,
He's
Kev, you're
averaging
not gonna let me
19
speak, huh?
points a game.
Kev,
And
you're
we
not gonna
sit
let
here
me
and we
speak,
say
huh?
that Elfrid Payton is
Nah,
only playing 12 minutes a
ain't gonna let
game
me
now
speak.
because he's
It's
sucking.
the money. It's not
Has
the
he-
production.
I got
Oh
quiet.
my God.
I got
Can I
quiet.
answer something real quick?
I waited for my
And he's having
chance.
a down
Somebody
season
else,
at
please say
19
something.
Now
points
everybody,
a game.
everybody going.
Hold up. I want to say
Knicks
this thing real
Knicks
quick.
fans, y'all
I've
need
been trying to
stop
say something real quick for
liking
the last 5
mediocrity
minutes.
so much, and you might get some nice
Hoodie
ones.
Kev, I'm trying to
If
defend you real
stop
quick.
liking mediocrity.
I want to say this thing real quick. This year we have a lot of cap space that we're just not using. So if we actually had a Kemba, I would pay him for just this year alone because we have cap space that we're not using. And it would be nice to have a point guard that can actually go out and get you a bucket that you can play more than 35 minutes a game.
That'd be for
Okay,
multiple years.
now let me talk. Now, y'all, you had you say so.
But they're saying this year.
like this here. Now, number one, what I was saying about the $5 million before I was rudely interrupted by Kevin was this here. $5 million is worth us to insult him. And we can talk noise about him because we only paying them $5 million. It would be a lot worse if we was paying him Kemba Walker's money and he was giving us that performance. Now, to make point matters go to make my point, Kemba Walker been hurt half the season for $32 million a year. So if he was in our lineup, he wouldn't be playing 30 minutes. He'd be playing more like 20, 25. So for $32 million, Elfrid Payton, play your 6 minutes a half and sit down. It's worth it. And we can insult him. The only reason why we look at the Knicks and Elfrid Payton like that is because we're Knicks fans and we can look at them with the microscope, with the magnifying glass. The rest of the national media doesn't look at us like that. That's why as though they're talking good about us. So whatever you're talking about, Kev, don't make no damn sense.
What makes no sense is this. Kemba Walker's played in 43 games and averaging 32 minutes, and in the down season, y'all say he's averaging 19 points a game. Like, that's a problem.
I didn't say that.
Hold on, Rob. But it was a problem because we talk about Elfrid Payton, and we deserve to talk about Elfrid Payton because he's playing 12 minutes a game and not doing anything. But a guy who's having a down season compared to what everyone else is saying is averaging almost 20 points a game, and yet that's not good enough.
Well, probably on 39% shooting. Probably on 39% shooting.
It's not good enough.
Probably on 30. I haven't looked at his stats, but it's probably on 39% shooting.
Hey, G-Man. You see how the argument that Kev was making about Derrick Rose don't make sense because now he's talking about a point guard that is off injured, and he's saying, "Look at his production. He off injured, right?" But the point when I mentioned the point that we were trying to protect Derrick Rose and keep him healthy as possible. He was like, "No, Uncle Freezy's stupid," right? But now he's talking about a point guard that played 43 games and want to pay him $32 million.
I could have 2 off-injured guards. That's perfectly fine than having 1 off-injured guard and Elfrid Payton.
Yeah, Kemba has been shooting the same percentage like all his career. Like, I mean, it's higher than
He's a volume
anything else.
shooter.
Yeah, but he
Jesus
was playing
Christ,
bad
man.
during the
Yeah, come
beginning
on,
of the
people.
season, but he's been
Come,
playing
I
good.
swear.
He's been playing better later.
Is there any all-star level player that you actually want? Or do you
It
just want
wouldn't be
more
Kemba.
mediocre play, more
It
mediocre
wouldn't
players?
be Kemba.
Kemba Walker 2 weeks ago hit a step back three to clinch the game. We don't have a point guard that can do that. And
Derrick
Rose
Rose
can't.
Derrick
can.
Rose.
Derrick
Yeah,
Rose is
They
you're
hit
playing.
no step back
You're,
three.
you're trusting Derrick
Derrick
Rose to be
Rose
playing
is not hitting no
35 minutes a
step back
game.
three.
Yeah,
Come
he took
on
a
now.
step back.
I'm not trusting
Right.
Kemba to play 35 minutes a game.
We just
But
went
he
through that.
does.
And you don't have to worry about Kemba Walker's
does,
legs
though.
giving out.
Look, is Kemba Walker shooting 60% from the field in the last 20 games?
How we supposed to know what he's shooting the last? I don't follow Kemba Walker like that up close to know what he's
I'm
shooting the
not
last
even
20
talking to
games.
you. I'm talking to Sharon. He the one bringing up. He on your side.
No,
So
Kemba
that-
Walker
that-
doesn't
that's
it doesn't go to the
It only
basket or
matters
do the
what you do in
floaters
a
like
vacuum.
Derrick Rose does. Kemba Walker's a volume 3-point shooter.
Yeah, we
Who's a
can't have no
3-point threat?
volume shooter. Randall is our volume shooter.
You can't have more
He's a
than
power
one.
forward. You can have one
No,
in a point
You
guard.
can't
Not
have more
him.
than one volume.
Not one who's
scorer.
gonna miss like that
Miss like what?
for 42% from the field. No, you're not gonna be my volume shooter. I need
You're
somebody
right,
more
because
consistent.
Kemba Walker hasn't deserved. Kemba Walker's never been an all-star or anything like that before. Anything like that. He
Hey,
hasn't
look
averaged
here.
like
After
25 points a
surgery,
game in the
after
league.
surgery,
He
show
ain't
me.
did nothing like that.
After surgery, show me.
That was
That
after
surgery.
surgery. Which one is it? Because he was doing this before the surgery.
He
Would
just
you have
had
a
surgery
problem
this
before
summer.
that?
He just had surgery last summer.
In Charlotte, would you have had a problem? Okay, let me put this like this. When he was about to sign with the Knicks, would you have had a problem with it then?
No, he wasn't hurt.
But he was still a volume shooter.
He got
42%.
He got surgery.
He was still a volume
I don't
shooter.
care.
He
I
just
don't
dropped
care. I
36
would've
points
took
in his
my
last
chances
game.
You
with him.
said,
I
Rob,
would've
it's a
took my
volume-
chances
he's a
with him.
volume shooter.
You asked me a
shooting his
question.
percentage.
I answered your question. I
What?
would have took my question. I would have took my chances before surgery.
So you would have been fine with him still being a volume shooter, shooting the percentage.
Yes, before surgery. Yes,
What?
not after surgery.
It's the
Makes
same
sense?
percentage.
I don't care. Before surgery, yes. After surgery,
But it's
no.
the same
He's
percentage.
What? How old is Kemba now? What, 31?
I don't know. Let me get this.
31, 32?
He just
He's
turned
30.
31.
He just turned 30.
We dodged the bullet.
Nah, it's 31, it says.
He
He just
31.
dropped 36 points his last game. Like
Hey,
it's
look
not.
at here.
It's,
We dodged the bullet.
So let me get this straight.
I mean, we're in
Because
the
you're 30 in an all-star, that's a problem.
No, because he had surgery and he's 30. That's going downhill. He's on the other side of the hill.
You act like he's a 7 foot, 270
Steph
pound
Curry
center.
literally had Steph
He
Curry had
missed
surgery
30
last
look,
season at
He
31.
had surgery during the bubble. He still missed 30 games.
He played during the
Durant
bubble.
had surgery on his
He's not
Achilles.
talking-
Do you
he's
want
not
Kevin
Durant. He's not Durant.
What? Kevin
He
Durant had
is
surgery.
not
Surgery is
Durant.
surgery, right? It's
Hey, look.
surgery.
Steph Curry
He
had
is
surgery
not
at 31.
Surgery is surgery.
Hey,
When you
look
take
here.
a knife,
Durant
that
shoot
knife don't care
50%.
what your name
Durant
is.
shoots 50% from the field.
That knife don't care what your
Hey, look at
name
here.
is.
Durant shoots 50% from the field.
That knife don't care what your name is.
Hey, look at here. Durant shoots
Surgery is
50%
surgery
from
at
the
the end
field.
of the day.
Hey, look. Durant
You ain't
shoots
say nothing, but you ain't
50%.
say nothing about.
And he-
You ain't say nothing about the name.
Durant still shoots
Rob keeps
50%
taking
after
this
surgery.
narrative every time you bring
Look.
something up. Now it's
Durant is
his
still
name,
shooting
this person.
50%.
Oh, he's 30. Oh, it's before
Durant
the
is
surgery.
still shooting
What
50% after surgery.
What? And Kemba Walker is still
It's not.
shooting. We just said he's still shooting the same thing before and after the surgery.
But I didn't compare him to Durant. You did.
But Rob, we basically said
You don't bring up
Kemba
Durant's name
Walker
when you're
is
talking
shooting
about
the
Kemba.
same percentage.
I don't
Okay.
care.
Before.
Kyrie Irving.
So it doesn't matter if it's
Hey,
Kevin
look,
because he's still
no,
shooting the same thing.
So
I trust Durant. I don't trust Kimber.
But he's still shooting the same thing.
I don't care.
What in the hell are you? What?
Who's one of the top 2 NBA players in the league right now? Kimber or Durant?
But your whole issue is he had
No,
surgery.
this is my whole issue.
He
You
had
don't bring up
surgery.
Kevin Durant when you're talking about Kemba. I'll take Kevin Durant when he was in. I would have signed the contract when he was in the surgery. All he had to do was sign.
So anyone else can have a surgery other than Kevin Durant, and you don't trust anybody else who has a surgery.
It depends who it is.
Now it depends who it is.
Yes, Kemba is not one of them.
Not an elite point guard in the league.
Hell no, he's not one of
Kyrie
them.
Irving had 2 shoulder surgeries, and Steph Curry had a wrist surgery, and they were both. And Steph Curry was 31, and Kyrie Irving was
Hey,
28.
look at here. But would he shoot from the? Do he shoot 42% from the field?
Yeah.
Kyrie Irving shot 49. The next season, he shot 47.
Thank you. Thank
Right.
you.
He went down though.
Right.
49%. I take.
That's not a big.
But first of all, Kyrie Irving was not on the level of a Steph Curry or a Kyrie Irving before or after surgery.
Kemba Walker.
What did I say?
You said Kyrie Irving.
Yeah, you're right. Yeah, you're right. I'm sorry, man. My mistake. My mistake. Rob froze up. Hey, Hoodie Kev. Rob froze up. He gonna blame me for taking him out of the chat. Rob the nigga be like, man, Uncle Freezy keep taking me out the chat. There you go. There you go, bro. So he could be like, yo, man, Freezy keep taking me out the chat. Nah, but yeah, man. And I understand your argument about Kemba, but how it relates to the salary cap and wins and losses, I gotta side with Rob because what Rob says makes sense. You know what I'm saying? We have salary cap flexibility going into the offseason where we can make moves to add an additional star, where the Boston Celtics right now are hamstrung because they have to pay Tatum, Brown, and Kemba Walker. And Kemba Walker may be at a point where he is diminishing returns. I'm not saying that he is, but he may be at that point. You know what I'm saying?
And might be injured, bro.
Yeah. So I understand what Hoodie Kev is saying, but what I'm saying is that why trade for a Kemba and be locked into that situation, and not trade for, but I'm saying if Kemba was here. So if Kemba was here, we would not have the cap flexibility to go out and add an additional star to go with Kemba, RJ, and Randall. Whereas this offseason, we will have the bread to chase a Dame Lillard and a Karl Anthony Towns. Where if we had Kemba Walker, we would not be in that position to chase a Karl Anthony Towns and a Damian Lillard.
One would say if you had Kemba
Walker, why would you chase Damian Lillard? Because Kemba Walker is not on that level of point guard of Steph Curry, Kyrie Irving, and Damian Lillard.
Not even close.
Yeah, but I wouldn't have both of them.
So
on the
it's
same
fine
team.
having the next tier down because the next tier down from them is still pretty good.
Well, but they are not. Well,
because you sound like Kemba Walker is just a scrub or something when you say he's not on their level. Like that's a bad thing.
No, he's saying he's not worth the money in years.
On the level of Steph Curry.
The bottom line
thing.
But that's not what I said.
The bottom line is this: how much is he going to cost?
Right.
How much is he going to cost?
$32 million.
This is what's hindered.
That's Kawhi money.
This is what's hindered. I think a lot of Knicks fans thinking.
Is this going to be a fresh take? Is this going to be a fresh thought? Or is this going to be something recycled? I
don't know.
Hey, look, this became a park bench. They done tore down the park bench. Now they done built the playground with this one. This thing been recycled about 3-4 times.
Yeah, right. It's gonna be a merry-go-round next week.
Yeah, next week gonna be a merry-go.
I'm just saying, at some point in time, you're going to spend the money on somebody.
Worthy.
On somebody, you're going to. You can't say, I don't want Karl Anthony Towns, he's too much. I don't want Damian Lillard, he's too much. I don't want this player. I don't want this player. I don't want that player.
Nobody said Towns was too much. Right now,
it's been said.
So the Knicks did the smart thing with the cap so far.
It's been said that Karl Anthony Towns is too much.
Hey, look at here. Has the Knicks done the smart thing with the cap? The Knicks got a lot of money for their return. If this was a stock market, your 401k would have went up messing with the Knicks.
Booming. Business is booming.
But the thing is that you're gonna have to give up stuff either way. You're gonna have to pay somebody down the line, even if it's Julius or his extension, or if you're gonna have to trade somebody, you're gonna have to give up assets. So it's gonna happen
Just
either
don't
way.
pay a bum. Just
So,
don't pay a bum.
So Ethan, who would you prefer? Would you prefer Damian Lillard at that dollar amount? And I think Kemba Walker makes more than Damian Lillard. Who would you prefer, Damian Lillard or Kemba Walker?
No, Kemba
Damian
Walker.
Lillard, and that's not a question.
Damian Lillard makes
Okay.
like 40 million.
He makes like 40 something million.
Like 40
All
something
right.
million. Like way more than Kemba.
So our source is Spot Track. I'm sorry, Spot Track. So we go to spottrack.com. Look at contracts. That's the resource we use, everybody, for contracts. Let me.
I can pull it up. Right here. So Damian Lillard makes
32 mil this year.
31 this year and 43 next year. Followed by 47, 50, and 54 million.
Right.
That's not what I wait.
So the question was, how much
Okay.
does he make this year?
31.6.
Okay. All right. So that was the question. Okay. All right. And let me just check for reference, just to be sure we're right on Kemba Walker.
Let's say that next year, if you trade for him, he'll be making $43 million.
Who?
Damian Lillard. If you traded for him next season,
Okay,
Damian
so
Lillard
this
will
season,
be making $43 million.
this season, Kemba Walker makes $34.3 million. Lord have mercy. What are we talking about? What are we talking about? Lord have mercy. The dude makes $34.3 million, and we talk about 19 points a game.
I'm 42% shooting.
We're just saying about
43
this year.
games.
We're just saying about this year. Is that for 1 year we have the cap space this year that we're not even using. So I would probably take him for 1 year of $34 million.
That cap space is gone. When they
No, for
signed that
this
whole-
year.
But it's
we
not a
still
1 year
have cap
contract.
space.
Over, basically.
No, I'm saying if it was a 1 year, like Crazy said,
Okay, that's fair.
interpreting.
If it was, yeah, that's fair.
And Ethan clarified that a couple times. I feel you. I feel you on that. He clarified that a couple times. He was like, if it's just 1 year, then he would take a shot. But the only thing is, if we get that contract, bro, it's going to be hard trading
to get
a
up out
point
of it.
guard. Yeah, it's going to be hard.
Yeah, I'm just saying just 1 year because I don't want him in the future. I'm just saying 1 year over Alfred Payton. Yeah, I'd take him.
I think there are a lot more serviceable players out there for less money than going out and spending $32 million.
I take Schroeder before I take, and I'll pay him. I'll pay Schroeder before I'll mess with Kemba.
How much money do you think Schroeder going to take to sign?
Probably about
20.
Because he just turned down
4 years,
$80 million.
Yeah,
He's going to take about 22, 23.
Yeah.
And this is from the defending champion. He turned out money from the defending NBA champion.
$21 million a year.
South California.
Look, far as he's concerned, he got his ring.
Southern California with the defending champions, he turned down $20 million.
Yeah.
That's all they can pay.
Yeah.
But think about that. Rob, listen to what I'm saying. In Southern California, you know Tony, they had a song. You know
it never rains in Southern California.
You know how much it rains in New York City? All
Okay,
the
and if you have to
time.
think about it this way.
Yeah, I played that. Hey, Ethan, let me just say this real quick. So Kev, I was in the barracks, right, and I played this song for Tanya, right? It never rained, and they was singing that song, boy, and so I was sharing a room with two other dudes. We split the room into thirds, like front, middle, and back. I was in the back, right, and I'm sitting in the back. I put a shower curtain up, so GIs couldn't just look back there. And you know what I'm saying, and back there with me and Tanya was at, and so I'm playing that thing. And Raphael, Raphael, the lead singer of
Raphael Sadiq.
Yeah, he was singing that song, boy. It never rains, ooh, 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 all of a sudden, and I was looking at Tanya in her eyes, and Tanya was like, "Uncle Freezy, we in Louisiana. What the hell does this song have to do with?" I was like, I don't know. I just like you. I didn't know it was either this or Surface. You know what I'm saying? I didn't know what else to play. You know what I'm saying? But anyway, Ethan, my bad, man. I ain't mean to cut you off with.
Spencer Dinwiddie said something the other day. I'm trying to find it.
He would be a good pickup for us next year.
I would like Spencer Dinwiddie.
Dinwiddie said he's opting out because $12 million. I'm reading this verbatim. He said $12 million is too low for a starting point guard when you can probably get about $22 to $25 million for the position.
He's not
This
getting
is
that.
Yeah, I saw
Spencer
that.
Dinwiddie.
So what is
You can get
overcasting
about
his value?
$22 to $25 million.
So what?
But think about it.
So what he's selling himself?
Schroeder's about to get overpaid by some team, and I think
This
it might be
man
by
just coming
Chicago.
off an ACL, right? He got the torn ACL.
Yeah, so he's
Dinwiddie.
not getting paid that much.
Yeah, I ain't.
Y'all
Nobody
listen,
giving
I'm
him no
telling y'all this,
$25 million.
and I hate to burst y'all bubble, but I believe that Lonzo Ball, who all y'all want, is going to Chicago.
I
think
don't
they
want
will.
Alonzo
I
Ball.
don't want Alonzo.
Yeah,
I don't want Alonzo.
Yeah,
See how you put that on everybody, Kev?
in the moment, I wanted the Knicks to do a deal, to do something, maybe for Lonzo. Listen, listen. I'm not saying Lonzo Ball here long term, right? Because I think what the Knicks need to do is get them a guy in the draft and let Tom Thibodeau build him up from day one. It's like for anybody who ever been to basic training, like the first thing the military do is tear down a civilian and build up a soldier, right? So with the Knicks, what you want to do is if you draft your point guard, you don't want to undo what some other coach did in a losing environment, Lonzo Ball, right? What you want to do is build up a guy from day one, like when Duke do his channel, because it's coming. We know Duke and Sharon is too talented not to occupy this space on his own, right? What he want to do with the people that he bring on, he gonna groom them in his image. He ain't gonna want no loudmouths coming on over talking him or people that don't know basketball. He gonna straight flat out, you know what I'm saying, build it up in his image. And that's what we need to do with our point guard. And what we have been doing for so long is thinking all we have to do is patch and go. Nah, bro, we can't patch and go. We can't put band-aids over wounds, right? What we need to do is go ahead and get a guy and build him up, a New York City point guard, or a New York Knicks point guard that follows every word that Tom Thibodeau, and let Tom Thibodeau do his thing with them point guards like he did, like he does with like, for instance, people said Derrick Rose can't shoot the three, right? Derrick Rose is not a shooter, man. He a scorer. Bro, Derrick Rose under Tibbs is shooting 40% from three. Julius Randle's career three-point shooting percentage, 29%. Under Tibbs, this dude is shooting 42%. Right? So to say that Tibbs can't develop a guy and win at the same time is BS. Right? Because you can develop a guy and win at the same time. It's the same reason why me and Hoodie Kev are patient with Kevin Knox. Because we know that Tibbs is stripping down Kevin Knox right now and rebuilding him into the player that we all want him to be. So next year, when they whip out a brand new Frank and a brand new Kevin Knox, it's going to be something amazing to see. And then when you couple that with the weaponization of Walt Perrin and the front office, Walt Perrin can pick them, bro. Walt Perrin can pick them. And if you let him get one and then bro, listen, the sky's the limit. And the Knicks, in case y'all hadn't noticed, every other franchise gets a generational player, right? The Pelicans got one, Cleveland got one, other teams get them. The Wizards got one. The Knicks have not drafted their generational player yet. And with Walt Perrin behind the controls, when Walt Perrin picks our generational player, it's likely to be a point guard, right? So when we get one, we're gonna build them up. And eventually you will see that screensaver that Hoodie Kev is talking about, a young point guard, a young shooting guard, a young small forward. Man, listen, on and on and on. So what I'm saying, basically what I'm saying is you don't need to go out and spend $40 million a year on a point guard, right? You can just draft one and be patient with them, let Tibbs build them up. Now, with that said, if you feel like you got to be in win now mode, are y'all willing to trade for Damian Lillard, knowing that over the next few years he's going to be averaging $48 million a year over the next 3 seasons?
Nope. No, because then you're doing the same thing Brooklyn did. Because I'm telling you right now, after this season, they're going to be looking to tear that thing down, especially if they don't do what they think they're going to do.
Right.
They're going to be looking to tear this down. They're going to be looking for people to buy these contracts out and get these guys off their roster so they can go back to doing what they should have been doing in the first place.
Right. Well, and what team? You're talking about Brooklyn or Portland?
Brooklyn.
Okay. Rob, what do you think? Or would you trade for Damian Lillard?
Would I trade for Damian Lillard?
And don't take the easy way out saying that it depends on what we're gonna give up, because you know that's the easy way out.
Would I trade for Damian Lillard? I would have to say yes. I would go out there and see what I have to do to get him. Yeah, that's a conversation to listen to.
$48 million a year.
I don't care nothing about that because the salary cap is going to go up anyway.
What's that $48 million?
And if it doesn't, if you take Damian Lillard as your point guard, you got RJ, Randall, and Mitch, you on the championship run.
But is Damian going to make it? Is Damian really going to play the point? Is Damian Lillard going to be the point guard, though?
He plays the point now.
What do you mean is he going to be a point guard?
What you mean he's going to play the point? He's the point guard. Is he going to play
center? Is something happening here?
Where you going to put him at?
Is he playing the 5? We going real small ball.
You didn't know he played the point?
Yeah, I know what position to do play, Rob. What I'm saying is, as the Knicks are currently constructed right now, and the way they play ball, right now.
Yeah, he'll be the point.
Yeah, if you get a star, you just change it up. Like
you can see when Randall's on the floor with Rose ball handles most of the time. That could just be what Lillard does.
And you see, like right now, when you look at,
I'm sorry, not 48, not 48. It'll be 44 million over 4 years. I'm sorry.
The best thing about it is this here. The problem with Portland is they don't have no size in they backcourt. Now, if you got RJ at the 2 and you got Dillard at the 1, you got size. You know, that's the only thing they can't defend. No, you put him at the 2. You put him at because the better shooter is Lillard. So RJ can attack the rim all day.
And my dream small forward.
That'll work better for him. Man, you're on the championship run with that one piece right there.
And you were talking about length. That would be even better with my dream small forward, Jonathan Isaac.
It's not happening.
Yeah,
he's my. I know it's not happening, but he's just my dream.
Hey,
I wanted him in that 2017 draft so bad.
Ethan and Duke, I'm gonna throw a scenario out there. I've been wanting to throw a live grenade at Ethan for a long time. So here's the thing. Hey, Ethan, you know Orlando has 2 first-round picks this year, right?
Yep.
2 lottery picks, right? What would be better than 2 lottery picks than to give them 2 first-round picks for Jonathan Isaac? I'm gonna say the 23rd and the 25th pick for Jonathan Isaac.
I would do that in a heartbeat.
Right. And so would Orlando, because they'll probably pick at 4, where they take Jalen Green.
We're getting 8 to 22, and then we're getting 18 to 22, and then the 22 or 23 for the Mavs.
So my thing is, if you give up all this for Jonathan Isaac, who I don't know if he's worth 2 first-round draft picks.
Are you crazy, Kev?
How are you going to get Damian Lillard?
Well, no. So these things are mutually exclusive.
Yeah, it's a different story.
Okay, because you do know that once you do that, you can't get anyone else.
So what?
We do have 16. Oh yeah, you're still gonna have to fill in role positions. So the extra cap from the Damian Lillard salary would be $20 million, but that would be for other roster spots. So.
Right. And so Kev, listen, do you know who Jonathan Isaac is?
I know who he is. I'm not impressed at all.
Oh man, for the love of Fred and Barney, what are we talking about?
For the love of Mike, why is Jonathan Isaac worth 2 first-round draft picks? Who is he and what has he done?
I don't understand.
Other than nothing and nothing. Oh, excuse me, nobody and nothing.
He's a hell of a defensive player. His
Like I
overall,
said,
Probably
who
he's
is
the,
he and what has he
well,
done?
Kev, you asked that already. Asking the same question over and over again doesn't make the point righter.
his career stats is he averages 1.7 steals per game and 1.3 blocks.
Draymond Green said something the other day.
And he is the best perimeter defender in the NBA.
And
So he
shut
got
down
enough
Giannis.
defense. Draymond Green just said some of the worst defenders have led the league in steals. So you
Hey,
get
shut down Giannis.
1.7 steals
Ethan,
don't mean nothing to me.
So Ethan and Duke, you know what happened
Yeah,
just now?
AI,
When
AI led the lead in steals.
when you mentioned so Ethan
Steph
and
Curry
Duke,
has led the league in steals.
so what happens is anytime you mention a guy that's going to play small forward for the Knicks, you draw the ire of Hoodie Kev.
Nah,
And
they
can-
said that he blew his knee out twice. Why
Wow,
was he on the guy who blew his knee out twice?
No.
What?
So for one, he had a torn meniscus, and then he had a torn ACL.
Oh,
So he blew
It's
it out
not the
twice.
same injury.
that makes it
No, that's two different injuries, but it's still a blow. It's still a two flat tires.
Yeah, I mean,
But I
his
see it differently because his game really isn't based off of his athleticism.
The dude is
So-
6'10" and is the best perimeter defender in the NBA.
with two
yeah,
bad
it's
knees.
mainly defense.
Okay.
For him.
And in case y'all didn't know, in case you don't know, Tibbs is a defensive minded coach. And
Yeah, well-
you give up 2 first-round picks, and guess what you do? You
He's a
replace
power
Red-
forward. That's the thing. He mainly plays power forward.
Hey, I have a
You don't do
question.
that.
Ain't Frank Ntilikina a defensive oriented player?
Has he been playing small? Has he been playing power forward because of Aaron Gordon? And I want to figure it out because I don't know who played power forward for them. Was it Aaron Gordon?
Gordon is
Oh.
gone. Aaron Gordon is gone.
No. I'm talking about when they were playing together. When they were playing together.
No,
Was
either one was hurt or the other one was hurt.
Okay. So when I saw stuff, I thought Isaac was a small forward, was a wing defender.
He is a small forward. He plays
Right.
both small
Right.
forward and power forward.
That's what I thought.
He plays. He's 6'11". He plays power forward though, mainly.
No, but if you see what they played him in Orlando, they
No, I
listed
know
him
in
as
Orlando they played him differently, but he's actually a power forward. We wouldn't
Okay.
be able to use him as a 6'11" small forward. We wouldn't do that if we had him.
Okay.
all I'm saying is that he has really good lateral quickness, so he could easily transfer over to a small forward, but he is pretty tall. But I'm just saying he has really good lateral quickness, so he can defend a 3.
Yeah. Oh, yeah. Definitely, he can defend a 3. He can defend 2s. He can defend. What gets him in trouble is when guys stronger than him get up under him, because I think the dude is like 210 or 215 or something.
And he was getting a lot better at that towards before he got the injury. Because remember, he was shutting down Giannis in the bubble for like that game or two.
Yeah. So if he's a small forward, I mean a power forward, then whatever. But if he's a small forward, like I thought he was, I thought Aaron Gordon played power forward for them.
He is a small forward. Like technically he played with them, but it's just because Aaron Gordon didn't want to play small forward.
Okay.
And now he's forced to play it in the system of
in Denver
Nuggets.
Yeah.
Well, I think that's a fluid situation in Denver. I think that him and Porter Jr. kind of switch off. I don't think I think they're both just forwards there.
Now there.
Yeah, I think they're both just listed as. I would list them both as forwards in that system that they use. I don't think one either is a power or small. They're just both forwards.
They could
Agreed.
But if I had Jonathan Isaac, I'm not running him at the 3. I don't think I would run him at the 3.
And is it offensively that you don't trust, or defensively you don't trust Isaac?
Offensively.
Oh, yeah, because he ain't gonna provide. Yeah,
you can't have a 3 that doesn't provide as much, even though he's been getting better at scoring still.
Yeah. I just like the flashes that he shows. Like he's a really good defensive player, and if his offense, because his jump shot is a lot improved. If he could learn to put the ball on the floor a little bit more, I think he would be.
If they ever had a point guard, I think you would see upside in Orlando. But
they have like 3 really good young point guards right now.
Yeah, they're all developing though. They're not.
Cole Anthony,
having a good season.
RJ Hampton, and Fultz.
RJ Hampton and Cole Anthony are doing good too.
Y'all like RJ Hampton?
Yeah, I wanted him.
Yeah, he's
I
starting
liked
to
him.
He's
play.
been doing really good recently.
He's starting to play when he got to Orlando. He's
Yeah,
playing.
he's been balling. Like,
Because if
actually
you think
balling.
about it, he had that mix of two. He got to play under a winning system for a little bit, learn, and then he went to a bad situation. Now he's taking advantage.
Yeah. What did RJ Hampton play first?
Denver.
Denver.
He was in the Aragorn trade.
He didn't play like that
Really?
much.
Yeah.
Yeah, he wasn't getting minutes until like towards the middle. He didn't play like the first like 15 games that much, and then he started playing more, and then he had like inactives
Oh man. Okay.
until and then he got traded and he came back from injury.
Okay.
But his last log of games is like really good. Like
Okay.
shooting from 3, his rebounding, his assists, like everything has been really good for him.
His shooting from 3.
Yeah.
You know, the knock on him coming out or going into the draft was he's not a
shooting,
shooter. Yeah.
He's been doing pretty good, like 2 for 3, 1 for 2, 1 for 2. I mean, he went 0 for 3, then 2 4, 0 for 1.
He doesn't force it.
4 or 5, 0 for 3.
Okay.
Yeah, and his assists are high, and his rebounds are really high up.
Okay.
Like he's getting at least like 5 to 7, and then like
Bama's
5
been
to
playing
6.
well too.
So, hey, Uncle Freezy, are we just a kind of a side note? Just put it out there. Are we still on for the live look-in tomorrow for the Boston New York game?
I'm gonna say yes, but I'm gonna say yes. Right.
Yes, we're doing the watch along.
Yes, but I have a issue. I have a cable internet issue. It's because
I thought that was me. Because the
No.
guy coming in the morning for mine.
Yeah. Well, no, mine is personal, not a service issue. It's because my son was paying, you know how you give your son a bit, you're like, hey, if you gonna stay here, you gonna, and so he was paying the what's name bill. Now he moving out, and so in order for him to get it at his place, I gotta, it's a lot of stuff, man. So yeah,
you can. Oh well.
If I can do it on my phone, if I can find a way to maneuver, like I'm fine doing the chat and not being able to watch the game, and allowing you to call it. I mean, I'm cool with that.
Can I put out there? I don't know if this is legal. I don't know if it's like a tampering thing.
Hey. So if it's not
no, because I was gonna say
is
I have NBA League Pass myself. So I get my login for the NBA League Pass. Okay. I didn't know Spectre was like, oh no, you can't do no cable sharing.
No, you could do that.
Yeah, everyone does that. It's your account.
I just wanted
to pay for it at the end of the day.
like, we gotta shut this down.
Yeah, everybody
hey, Kev, but what I'm saying is over the weekend I don't have cable.
I mean, you have your phone, right?
Yeah.
And you can, I mean, if you can log into my NBA League Pass,
okay,
and watch it on your
phone.
phone.
You ain't believe your son when he said he was moving out?
No, I told him to hurry up and go, but he.
I know, but you didn't hurry up and get the connection.
Isn't the game on ESPN tomorrow?
Yeah.
Is this game televised on ESPN tomorrow?
Is it on ESPN tomorrow?
Yes.
And MSG.
Hold on.
And MSG. It's on both.
Hold on. Is it?
I think they on ESPN.
So I gave him the talk. I was like, "Well, Junior, man, listen. Every time I come in the kitchen, you in the kitchen."
He is on ESPN.
And my dog was like, "Yeah, man. Every time I come in the kitchen, you in the kitchen." You know what I'm saying? Like you know how you, so Ryan, you know how you go to the little spot, you take your lady to the spot, man, and you bring home, you know what I'm saying, your carry out box or whatever. And then you go back in the fridge the next morning. You're like, yo, I'm gonna tear that little burger up, man. I got from the little spot. And then you walk in the kitchen and the carryout box is in the trash, and it looked like it been there for like 4 hours. I gotta go knock on. Hey, man, I gotta knock on. Hey, did you eat my thing from Ruby Tuesday? Yeah, I thought that was for the house. You ain't no way you thought that was for the house, bro. How you thought that was for the house, man? You know what I'm saying? You 25, you 25 years old, bro.
Nah, you supposed to hit him with that. Let me get $15 right quick.
Yeah. Hey, God up Knicks in the building. What's good?
And then when he asks you about it, you be like, yo, you remember that? You ate? That was that.
Yeah, we'll stop somewhere and I'm like Hoodie Kev would do. Like we'll stop at a gas station somewhere and get some gas. And while I be there, I'll be like, oh, they got such and such on sale, two for $2. I wasn't planning on getting it, but I'll get it just because they 2 for $2. And then you go back in there, you're like, yo, where my 2 for $2 go? And your 20-year-olds, you know, he like, I thought it was for the house. And so I was like, yo, how come, if that's the case, how come you don't never bring nothing for the house? He's like, oh, Pop's tripping, man. You know what I'm saying? Pop's tripping, man. You know what I'm saying? And then when they friends come over, and they go straight in the refrigerator, y'all be like, yo, y'all ain't even wash our hands. Y'all ain't even tell Miss Mocha hello. Oh, hey, Miss Mocha. You know what I'm saying? Y'all go in there eating all the donuts. You know what I'm saying? Drinking up all this. Anyway, so he moving. That's my baby boy, man. But he moving out. So we doing a cable switch or whatever. And so I probably won't be able to do nothing until Tuesday. So yeah.
So
man.
no for the live watching.
Yeah, I want to. Yes.
Okay.
But I'm saying on my end, I thought I would not be able to do it because I couldn't. How you gonna do a watch along if you can't watch?
There's ways around that.
Okay. All right.
But you need internet.
Yeah, that's what I'm trying to tell. Yeah, so yeah, I got internet on the phone and stuff, and so I'll see if I can make something work.
On a side note, if that is the case, then I need to get to my beauty sleep so I can be able to get up in time to get myself on camera ready. Because I can't be going camera with no crust on my eyes and some dried up drool.
Kev, how much sleep do you need, bro?
What? Hours, at least 6 to 8 every day. Like, you know, a normal human being.
So y'all see what I...
45 minutes is all you need. 45 minutes.
Literally, you need 6 to 8 hours of sleep every night. That is literally recommended by any and every doctor.
They recommend 8, not even 6.
Literally, if you go to a doctor, like, hey doc, how much sleep do I need? Like, well, you need 6 to 8 hours. Every doctor will tell you that.
Yeah, and they live in a perfect bubble where the air is clean, the water is pure, and everything else is all right. No human being does that.
And butterflies land on your hand. Yep.
You know what I'm saying?
In a perfect scenario.
Yeah, we don't do that.
You know what? If I can't talk about the captain, then you can't talk about the alien.
Okay, please talk about. So we're gonna wrap up, man. So we're gonna wrap up. But Kev, please talk about Captain America, man. Get it off your chest, man. Go ahead.
Yeah, go ahead.
I just wanted to.
Hey, Rob, you smoke cigars, bro?
Oh yeah, I got some. Man, come on now. I was the one with the infernos lighting up for the first.
Yeah, I forgot.
Did you went out? Because I ain't seen one of them lit up in a while.
Nah, I wasn't going. With the winning got to be too much. I wasn't gonna smoke myself to death.
Hey, God Up Knicks, thank you for the super chat. Hey, God Up Knicks is showing love to the channel, bro. We definitely got to collab. I'm gonna round up City for Real and Hoodie Kev and see what we can do to collab with you guys. I watched the show tonight. Yo, y'all fire, bro. I sat and watched while I was working on some stuff. And I was listening. I was like, yo, that's fire. And then my man came through with the wine glass. I was like, he getting mad comfortable here. He getting mad comfy. You know what I'm saying? So man, listen, if y'all hadn't, show some love to God Up Knicks. I checked them out on Periscope. So check them out on all these social medias. And you know, if you feel so inclined, subscribe to the channel and definitely smash that like button and support God Up Knicks because they doing beautiful work in the Knicks universe. You know what I'm saying? Hey, they doing big time stuff. I was jealous. I was like, yo, they got co-hosts that actually have chemistry. They don't even talk over each other.
Oh my God.
They co-hosts actually let each other speak. And they don't go after each other's jugular. You know what I'm saying? There was such an unfamiliar feeling to me. That I was entranced.
A part of our family chemistry.
Hey, Captain America, bro. You talking about Captain America, right?
We
Captain
can't
America.
talk over each other. Anyways, so I had this epiphany and I brought it up. I have two things. One, I had a dream about the Knicks universe or Knicks content universe. It was a weird dream because it was like Mortal Kombat, where like people would bring their champions to like a fight in Knicks universe. It was weird. Like bring their champions. Like Uncle Freezer would bring his champion, which of course would be, me. And
Like,
then other people,
like Yu-Gi-Oh cards.
I've never played Yu-Gi-Oh cards, so I don't know how they work. I mean, if you say that, I guess. But I never played it in my life. I don't know. So here's my thing about Captain America, right? So Captain America was a soldier in the army during World War II. I believe when he had the serum, the government gave him the honorary title of captain. So he got promoted to captain as his official rank in the army in 1942. 43, whatever. Then he went into the ice and woke up in like 2012, where he was still officially employed by the United States Army. Like he never like unlisted or anything else. So he was still in the United States Army.
He never unlisted. Okay. All right.
He was still enlisted.
You know what I mean? He never like
he was still enlisted.
He was still enlisted.
Discharged.
He was never discharged.
Discharged
Right.
from the army. So he's 70 years later. He's still in the army. So
he never ETS'd.
So my thing is this. So 70 years you have been in the United States Army. Why are you still a captain? Shouldn't they like make you like a general by now? Like, I think you have.
What have he done?
Listen,
what have he done in the 70 years? Slept?
He's still been in, listen, in the
He
official
slept,
book,
right?
in the official books, in the registry, he's been a captain the entire time.
But he slept for 70 years. He lucky when he woke up he wasn't a private. He slept for 70 years.
Really though.
The work
he lucky Charlie ain't cut his throat.
Well, they had to hide him first.
Well,
technically, he wouldn't be technically. He went AWOL for about 70 years.
No, he wasn't AWOL. He was MIA.
He was MIA. He was MIA.
Yeah, he was MIA.
He was missing in action
for 70 years.
Yeah.
And then he came back, and the army was like, "Oh, Steve, welcome back. We should make you a 5-star general." You know, there's only one 5-star general in the history of the United States of America.
That is not how the military works. Let me explain something to you. Just because you're in the service for X amount of time does not garner promotion.
70 years? If I can get a promotion in 70 years, I'm in the wrong line of work.
No, if you can't get a promotion in 70 years,
you are promoted based on the.
Okay.
It means you ain't done nothing.
I think his
you ain't done nothing.
That means you ate up.
Yeah. So legit, this real world, right? You have people that have been in the military that cannot make it past the rank of E5. And what do we do to them? It's this thing called RCP, your retention control point. The Army says that after a certain amount of years at a certain rank, you got to go because you are not progressing. So if your efforts and what you contribute on a day-to-day basis does not garner me to evaluate you for promotion, I'm gonna tell you bye-bye. Go do something else.
Goodbye.
Bye-bye.
That's how I feel like, man, fought tyranny in World War II. Single-handedly taking people down.
Kev, you cut Rob the Nick off for this.
You
cut Rob the Nick off for
this. The man volunteered for military experiments, and he can't get a promotion.
Hey, no. Rob the Nick, listen, man. I apologize.
Experimented on him.
I didn't see this coming, bro.
I don't think I was the one talking.
Okay.
But anyway, it was like a Mortal Kombat of Knicks content creators. It was weird. Only like debate style Mortal Kombat.
Oh my God! You know what?
And Uncle Freezy was like Lord Raiden. He was like Lord Uncle Freezy.
Mm-mm.
and then he sent his champions forth to battle on his behalf.
I am not going down that rabbit hole. You know why? Because right now I got me some good chips that I got from Chili's with that salsa, the chips and salsa. That's what I'm munching on right now.
Oh man,
I'm about to go watch me a good movie and turn it down real
Mortal
low.
Kombat on HBO Max.
Yes, Kev. Don't interrupt.
Wasn't it awesome?
Kev,
Uncle Breezy said it was bad.
Kev.
It was. It was trash.
What?
Listen.
It legit set up a whole story.
Kev, let G-Man for Life finish.
You know what? It's okay. It's okay, Freezy. I understand. I do. I get it. So every once in a while, you know, when people have things they need to overcompensate for, they want to be louder than the next person. But louder doesn't not necessarily make you right, which is fine. I understand. I'm good with that. I've grown up in these eras that I can go ahead and do that, right? But I would say this. I enjoyed the fellowship, as I always do when I come here. You know what I'm saying? I look forward to whatever you guys got going on tomorrow. I would definitely look forward. And when I'm up, I'll get on. But right now, I got to go get me some sleep.
Hey, look, go watch that movie, The Marksman.
The Marksman.
Yeah, with Liam Nelson.
Liam Neeson. Yeah.
Liam Neeson. Okay. All right.
Yeah.
I'll go check.
Watch that.
What platform is it on?
I don't know. I
What you
got
watching
it.
Well, you can't tell
I
me
got
to
the
go watch
hookup. I don't know. I don't know what to call it.
You can't tell me to go watch something. You can't tell me.
Hey,
what to
look,
go
how
watch
about
it.
Without Remorse? You seen that yet?
Yes, I did.
Okay. Yeah. So yeah, the next one is yeah, you got to watch The Marksman. Any way you can get it though, but I got the hookup.
It should be on. It's probably on Amazon Prime. If I can't.
No,
find
I don't
it,
think it's
I'll
a
find
Prime.
it. I'll find it. I'll find it.
But
But
if I may leave with one last thing, and I would like to congratulate tonight
Tom Thibodeau for Coach of the Year.
No, he hasn't won it, so how can I congratulate him for it?
Well, look, just like you put us in Atlanta already, and we wasn't there yet. So
right now, technically, we are in Atlanta. Technically, right now.
Yeah, but no, there's more to happen.
Anyway,
but he
he
got Coach of the Year though.
How does he?
Let me ask you a question.
Did they already give it to him?
Let me ask you a question.
Rob literally, I was about to say something else, and he just said,
"How are you gonna you got so much to say about the Coach of the Year during the time that he winning the Coach of the Year?
Has he won it? Did they give him the reward yet?
Yeah, they just didn't tell you yet.
Oh, okay. Well, when they tell me, then I'll congratulate him.
Yeah, because then all this backstabbing you be doing on them every
night. They have a whole award show and everything
they
now.
Smile in your face
all the time. They want to take your place. Those backstab.
I don't think he's going to get it. I don't think he's going to get it over Monty Williams.
Over who?
Over Monty Williams.
Yes, he is. Because Chris Paul. Because he gonna get it. He deserves it over Monty Williams.
That's coming from a Knicks fan.
No, it's not. It's coming from.
Might be a little bit biased.
No, it's coming from a place that when you look at the Coach of the Year go to the team with the talent that we have and what they expect for us to do within what we did, they're gonna give him the Coach of the Year.
And if it goes to Monty Williams, you gonna say Tom Thibodeau got robbed?
You say what?
And if it goes to Monty Williams, are you going to sit here and say that Tom Thibodeau got robbed?
Yeah.
Okay. So anyways, I would like to sit here and congratulate tonight's Hall of Fame inductees, who all three of them had a very important part of my love for the game of basketball. Tim Duncan, Kevin Garnett, and Kobe Bryant. The late, great Kobe Bryant. They were basketball to me growing up. Especially Tim Duncan and Kevin Garnett. And to see them all go in tonight was very, very special.
Okay, see you later. Bye.
Hey, G-Man for life. This is yo, you know what the complaint was? I was like, yo, I used to see dudes in the street and they'll see me and they'll flash me a sign and I'll walk over.
Right.
And they're like, hey, bro, you know, blah, 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 blah. And I'm like, well, if you know all that, why are you in that meeting? And they be like, man, because every time I go to meeting, somebody get to talking and we be in there all night. You know what I'm saying? Like right when it's time to go, Right when it's time to go, Brother Chester stand up and be like, "I've been a member here."
Point of order.
Yeah. Yo, my God. And you be like, Brother Chester, we starving, man. We came here after work.
Finish. Then I'll just say that.
Brother Chester be like, my daddy was one, my granddaddy was one, my great granddaddy was one, my great great granddaddy was one, and they passed down this apron. You know what I'm saying? And I want to give it to Uncle Freezy. I'll be like, hey, Brother Chester, I appreciate you, bro, but I'm not accepting that. I'm not accepting something out of your family that's 100 years old.
That's right.
And he'll laugh. Uncle Freezy, you always say that. And I'll be like, I mean that, bro. I love you. I love you, Brother Chester, but that thing and your family need to stay in your family.
That's right.
And he'd be like, well, but my son, he mess around with them girls and his mind ain't on nothing like this. And I was like, I understand, but maybe one day he'll get it together.
Yeah.
And that's like what Hoodie Kev is. When it's time to say la vie, Hoodie Kev is like, I got one more thing.
I just want
but it's threefold. And then he started talking about, he bring up something that's an hour conversation. I want to talk about Tim Duncan's career. Really, how you gonna wrap up with Tim Duncan's career, bro? He a 5-time NBA champion, and you gonna sum it up in 30 seconds? Really? Okay.
I just wanted to give my congratulations to the Hall of Fame inductees.
Oh my goodness! What?
And the fact that they've already announced next year.
Brother Chester, 88 years old, right? Brother Chester, 88 years old.
Announced next
as soon as we see that white glove go up, glove go up in the air, I'm like, oh.
And look, because I was I'm a pass master, right? So when I used to see that thing come up, I'd be trying to look away. I'd be trying to look at the SD. I'd be like, hey, somebody get him so I ain't got to recognize what you're about to say. Because my stomach touching my back right now. We've been in here for too long already.
Came here straight after work.
But anyway, so next year they have Chris Webber, Ben Wallace, and Paul Pierce headlining, which no disrespect to them, but it's a step down from this year's, a big step down from this year's class.
Kev, I promise you we could have talked about this tonight or at 1:00.
Well, we'll finish talking about it tomorrow about how next year
G Money will say today.
Yeah, he'll say today.
You had to admit that's a big step down going from Kevin Garnett, Tim Duncan, and Kobe Bryant to Paul Pierce, Chris Webber, and Ben Wallace.
See how that white glove go up? And
not trying to say there's a disrespect to their career. I'm just saying.
Yeah, right.
All right, but I'm out. Have a good night, everyone.
Thank you. Thank you, everybody.
Watch along.
Thank you, everybody. God bless. I appreciate everybody. Thank you for showing the love. We'll holler at y'all at 12:30 tomorrow, Kev.
12:30. You want to do it at 12:30?
Yeah, you can't just jump on at 1:00. You can't.
All right, we'll do it at 12:30.
Yeah.
I mean, I got to get up. I got to go sleep right now to get the adequate amount.
Oh my God! Stop it! Salute. Peace.
All right, Posh Kev. IG man. We'll holler.